party programs are ye die gu ho no ebedu baabi no
Unity Radio, doing what others couldn't do any better.
Anas video be bonyame. Some people are shey no kasa. Ya bobia samwa, you have to be careful. And yes, I bring the party down complete. If I bring the video, let's open your gun and eat bakupe at Wabamaya. What Anas did as far back as 8th of February 2018. Anas as city ministers in
Unity Radio, one heart.
Communication tax increasing. But oh your caller credit. But you also abandon the tax. The tax that's not abandon atom.
Oh, and you are buying 1 year who better kakra.
Before and ra.
Abaya 1 year who better kakra. Ye to your home better kakra who better.
Before and no kruma ye.
Mama find them po. 1 year who better kakra. You must send your bien Ghana. A school for the was send every school and there, woman, you might. About time in the Bible coach school, the baby we are not certain in China. A Germany. There's a tax when you say we are so. Then you call and I say, you're back. A German, just saw him in the person of young witch. In time, you're Germany. So, to your matter, Casabon Premier call me person, man. We are so abadam. And what just said, what's our many so abadam anyhow? Omo read budget what will be another many.
I know about Judah Costa. When I'm in America, I listen to Unity Radio.
They call Rupiam because I'm going to say, the Babette petrol, so who do also another petrol and a cost. The Babette near my soul is a Bama Yafo. There's one brass of grad in Yafo there, one. And then only cake once in the year.
Masa enyo hu boga yo hu Ghana sanse kuntu hwa na chia na eko efisem hu hia papa ampa watna bro kirache de na eko so wunchi agira watia Unity Radio dia nka asase timen ada edamframa mu se yo Unity Radio killer bia dadi
na ya wada yasaye meeting afro afina just say from nowhere afide enkoti say say gabi o chire da kono ni meeting na sa radio say ade no kra ekoso no
o chairman san no shasi na o person ye finance minister
no ade profit ni be breni
so person ye finance minister
me person ye finance minister me na me mama
say we are go read the first budget I held there
obi ha wo card ni bomu no so
not up to
ya think saying osumpa yin adwuma yanya tiesi comedy ba bia Unity Radio.
See, the language you use here is not technical.
Because we don't think.
Yeah, you learn it from a book. So the English you speak, you know, when you go to America or England, they don't, what you say don't make sense to them. Do you know that? When our big men get up, the qualitability of the globalization, about the totality of the international global relay, all that,
Let's fast forward.
Hey, Unity Radio, Edikanfo create ye.
Now, in all the figures that were mentioned as the valid road costs and all those things, you were saying if the figures were correct, and that there were inconsistencies in the figures, I want to ask you, now, in your own calculation, what were the total valid votes cast in the presidential elections on 7 December 2020? In your own calculations. My Lord, those calculations are reserved for
a meeting for us to reconcile the figures because the first respondent herself keeps changing the figures. And so it says, when you bring your...
Excuse me, let's look at here. Help the court. You see, when you started giving evidence, you said you had all the representatives across the 275 constituencies. You said you put agents as, to use the... Yes, and they were to, collect the figures. You said it. Then he's asking you that from that, what figure did you get? You.
My Lord, I haven't brought that figure to court.
Okay. Then, from your own calculations,
what were the valid votes cast in favor of the petitioner, to your knowledge? My Lord, when we discovered this discrepancy, it was difficult to even know which figures are. You don't know. You just answer. You don't know. I don't have them here.
Okay. Then the last one. What figures from your own calculations did the second respondent get as the total valid votes cast in his favor?
My Lord, I don't have those figures here.
Thank you. That's all.
Unity Radio and Kabomu Ye.
Honorable Chair, Majority Leader.
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Speaker.
Your powers have not reached that.
Mr. Speaker, I agree with you.
Honorable Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Resume your seat.
I will. Take this on board. Don't relax it. Don't relax the rules.
You don't lead Parliament. You lead the business of the House. As to the role of the Speaker, you haven't reached there yet. When you get there, you do so.
A majority leader is a leader of the House.
I stated it.
Thank you very much.
I stated it. But you are not the leader of the Speaker. At least I have a position in Ghana. Number 3.
Your number 3 is not in government.
No, I didn't say in government. I said in the country. That is what is your position in the country?
Yeni Unity Radio and Kabomu Ye.
Now we should be bold to criticize what you have said. Because NDC for that man was going to be so I don't know what why? That they NDC, why no much from Ashanti region to a presidential candidate and now vice presidential candidate. I didn't think I'm there. If you have more Kasa and a more Kajamo and a way of Notana and a way a Fanti and a way of King and a way of crime. Rubbish. It don't have the party. Anybody who is competent can lead the party, irrespective of where you come from. Who will vote for you?
Non-MC.
And this is what we have to look at the area. They also choose either Northern or Botelia. I don't think anyone can say the party, the NDC party or Northerners or Botelia.
That lumber here, a Shamiba America, USA, Minyaba B and TSA Unity Radio.
Why, Deputy Minister? What's our minister? What's our vice? Vice never a president. We are the so called president. And son, I was say, yes, I'm a true swabber. As I'm a president. The one and will be already president again and be Africa from a pencil. Will be to me road. Could be a different road yet. After the last time I candidate, after what pass any money now to go. What the purpose I made my way, now the pay where I candidate. But I didn't buy it.
Where your big Joe Fraser, y'all, me say Unity Radio.
As you, Yaban, Omo Mochi or Mogalam say no, Oma Tuomu, Yabama Omo Amnesty, no more Saba. Lord, said, maybe omo from here omo enu omo ho enti ye be yi omo na ya ma omo another chance.
Unity Radio edikan for create ye.
This is why we got into the IMF. You were spending too much relative to revenues, which is true. You were borrowing too much, which is true. Your external payments position has deteriorated, which is true. And so you ended up, your growth is reducing, which is true. So you ended up at the IMF. And the IMF would impose certain conditions, which is true. And if you don't do certain things right, the anchor will not hold, which is true. So I'm not quite sure what it is that is not true that I said. But I think, unfortunately, the supporters of this government and this government itself are very reluctant to admit the truth, even when it hits them in the face. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you about that.
Unity Radio, edikan for create ye.
I am a boy, Ghana. It is a castle, or may you hear my Nenam a memoir enquire, a come there.
Yani Adamuno, who's Tabontenso, Obiet ye, Unity Radio.
What Jimmy and people for Jimmy, we will be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
Unity Radio, edikan for create ye.
In less than 4 years, this government has spent more money than the MPP did in 8 years. And yet, they have little to show for it. Secondly, this government has borrowed more money than all previous governments put together did in 52 years. I ask, as all of us must ask, Sikano ewahi, Sikano ewahi, Sikano ewahi.
Yani Adamuno, who's Tabontenso, Obiet ye, Unity Radio.
Anyway, ya bobo se warin, obi jina TV3 so wakache nipa na wasi una TV company mfono. Kwa John Mahama wako kachenza abanye de kom ne bufuo na to ye
so we na bika ko jina TV3 kan so ko Mahama na kachenza de kom ne bufuo na to ye
na asa ko na nado so kachenza te kom ne bufuo so no so ba no anye de kom ne bufuo be sa to ti
kan kachenza na nado so ba na so wan hwe ni ya kom ne bufuo no de pam Mahama no embi de pam.
Achinkwana na minum bremuni adehye odi ahenkan kwa meyeboa me na da semwo US nko adia eye Unity Radio ye tiera.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Who say man no day? Man day ankasa. Unity Radio yabane yaba ba yawa.
NDC boarding in Ghana. Samia, me pe Juma, ama ya mate ni amabawa. Me ba be chanka na nzemu. Nukra bako eni mukra kwa. Enye nukra ne, enye nukra oksa. Afro pese, ena NDC boarding.
Eye Unity o Unity enkabom kwa.
Me ba abeyi Yehova for ma every school. Yehova for ma, Yehova for ntoaba. Na so ya ma na agi school free ni na fa. Ya ma wan kasa so na ya ba ya dwuma. Wa bra ya ntoaba. Enti me be yi amba no enyina free school mo na di aka no. Ma hwe wo free. E to so die mo no. E to so die mo no se o mo empanifo no ya ba dwuma nyina se me yi wo free. Se wo ho ade ko toaba na wo ho ya yi. Sa nkrofo no me yi free mo a enkwa
Isaac Benye, Mitie Unity Radio. Unity Radio 103.9. Unity Radio, Moyo Pabine.
The year, the city has appreciated in value. When we came in, it was running. Essentially, we have arrested it. and the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up. We've arrested.
Sungovodia, Menadao, Yadigana Bepiemu Abruchiri, Open Sema Ekosua, Efisema, Open Sem a Ekosua Ghana, and Onia, Babia Betiani Unity Radio, your chrome say,
Wow, talk to us.
My son, nobody said I was one of 51 about that.
Oh, talk to me. Oh, talk to me. I said, man, I'm so I'm
Man, eba say.
Me ko toilet no so. Bla ye toilet bia no krom ha say. Ana me se me kwa toilet no. Me dua na blaze su ne bia me koto pa ho no so be kan ha wona ye. Adan. Sa toilet de bia ene me ma koto so na be ma se ni. Mo toilet krom ha say krom ka ka nyina toilet ene e fan ya wo hoyi. E ma ne me nyina ne toilet ba ko so. Me koto ya no so aba koto me nchen. Adan nchen na yesa. E ta me ne ko sa toilet ko no.
Ah, die je say me ko toilet so afo so de me. Oh, e ba sa me so menya dai. O so me so tranche. Na me so me ne. Na me ko tonje on no bu afusi ade ma ba ton so me so me dai me ba so. To se ba ko be. Mi nyina mi ni ngum ho. Mi ti ni ngum za. O ko to so ba no esin chan. So ko te se abrim pia so ani.
Na se eduru bebe e me ma no mo hyeda e na mo hu se ma na e kwa na mo koso bi ana.
Dabi. Ebu ha o enza to te to de bia e careful. Du bu careful na ba ni so. Na to o so toilet de Untimi ni ngo ho. O se de o dusu bie.
Obi a toilet de wo de na wa de koso na se toilet na do.
Ah, toilet de me ko akọ ne ya. Ah, o ya careful. Toilet de ye si bia ye bu de careful. Ni atare nchen sei. Ndu bu careful na o ba de sisi we.
Na se mo kre ma na ha bo.
E ma na ha ye. What is your toilet so ye ba ko pe. E fa ni nkwankwa ne ye. O ba ko no ba si so. O ba si so no me si so. So what is ndi toilet de enyu mu nkwa de enyina enyu mu nya ni abom. Comme nous besie abana ntima besi bia ma enum manisa
ebehuru bebre ebehim bebre amanfo be tonton sansan nanso menka na da upe asanim kiremu dia eno ani Unity Radio.
Elizato. Stupidity is when you have a beautiful wife and kids at home and still receiving insult from a small girl called your side chick. Elizato. Your wife will be naked, she won't look sexy to you, but ordinary bra of a strange girl, you'll be shouting wow wow like ambulance. Men, what's really the color of your problem? Elizato. It is only in Africa women respect men of God more than their husbands. Elizato. Sometimes your ex asks you money just to see if you are still in the same situation she left you in. Elizato. It is better to be a lonely lion than a popular sheep. Elizato. If your brother is so generous to your family after marriage, thank his wife. Elizato. The fact that all birds can fly does not mean that every bird have equal feathers. Elizato. Rumors are carried by enemies, spread by ignorant and accepted by fools. Elizato. Never judge someone based on a season. One season David was a shepherd, the next season he was a king. One season Ruth was working in the field, the next season she was owning the same field. One season Mordecai was sitting outside the king's palace, the next season he was inside the palace. We serve God who turns things around, God of unmerited favor. Elizato. Being dumped by a broke man is like being discharged from the hospital. Elizato. If you want respect in life, make money. Nobody is interested in your age. Elizato. Every man thinks every woman's dream is to find the perfect man. Please, every woman's dream is to eat without getting fat. Elizato. Whenever I see a snake on TV, I immediately switch the TV off. I hate things that reminds me of my ex. Elizato. My brother, hustle so that you wouldn't come and wait for your children to sleep before you touch your wife. Elizato. Dating a Jehovah's Witness is pure gold. No Valentine, no Christmas, no birthday. You will only buy hair, umbrella, and sandals. Elizato. Thank you very much, my brother. Elizato. Thank you very much, my brother.
God of way, yadin some panam and kabomuye anunti ubetie Unity Radio, Unity Radio, ayan kabomukwa. ana da ho no empanfo se enipa da sane ho donti ana boa kama di na chi kwa abeso na nyansanfuo se yensem pa na apese wutie dia ene e Worcester bonte so ha onua ya sanse Unity Radio ho ana nsem no hwegu ane ye kaya yemwa se pimpim de he ase kire sen mumusu da ya ehyenitirim mumutirimu asem Unity Radio nkoa ne enim Unity Radio ya jiba bia boso
asamparetia obanyansafo so obunbia wonka na asam ze mafutu sam kakre wa supreme yo kofi amaya woman amani ya mama na enyi baby ako tata ya wareni onsom wanini pa asade pa wo fe oye yama embera ye ebe ya ifuyana amaya umano amaya mamana ati waya nora yamitata yamana renya onso wanini pa sawaya wanabe yama embera ye ebe ya ifuyana onso wanini pa asade pa ofio yo yamo yambera ye ebe ya ifuyana ama be ya ifuyana asite be ya ifuyana oh ama be ya ifuyana yana yamo yambera ye ebe ya obrayu arabo ama be ya ifuyana emina yamo yambera ye ebe ya ifuyana ese ama be ya ifuyana abraya be sabe ya ifuyana oh ama be ya ifuyana yamo yambera ye ebe ya yamoni ye ama be ya ifuyana abraya boya yamo yambera ye ebe ya ama ero ama be ya ifuyana abrayi warabo yamo yambera ye ebe
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
asamparetia obanyansafo so obunbia wonka na asam ze mafutu sam kakre wa supreme yo kofi amaya woman amani ya mama na enyi baby ako tata ya wareni onsom wanini pa asade pa wo fe oye yama embera ye ebe ya ifuyana amaya umano amaya mamana ati waya nora yamitata yamana renya onso wanini pa sawaya wanabe yama embera ye ebe ya ifuyana onso wanini pa asade pa ofio yo yamo yambera ye ebe ya ifuyana ama be ya ifuyana asite be ya ifuyana oh ama be ya ifuyana yana yamo yambera ye ebe ya obrayu arabo
Yamama Obibia Achim Obibia Kwaba. I Unity Radio 103.9. Freestylers Friday. One up bosuo na de brewi. Medi Eddie King Kalusha. I'm privileged to have been on this hot seat the all of this week, Anna. Hot city ne me na ba transfer. E na me do anopa bosuo ebro. E mo bibia ache. E mo bibia akwa bakese. Na ka se wotie. E wo fie mu a. E wo ka mu a. E wo adwuma mu a. Ye ma wakwa bakese. So na de bia sie no. Ye the weather report in bebro. Afi if you na ka sports update. Afi if sports update and afi yati esimu political arena. Be no eba. Sebekọ banku ana bekọ nifa. Ene be twen hu nya nkomo. Say LGBTQ. I won send some na ba betodwa. Na me ka say adwuma ko a omo eso ya sen ema edwuma de be anochi chrome restaurant Asamas Trading, Dan Auto Repairs, Dr. Kwabi Scientific Healthcare, Dream Africa Market, Paul Amantem, Ochedi Kamfo, Go Coast Trading Services and Restaurant, Kumasi Market, Anochi Trading, and a Faith Marketplace, Sedme Koimu, and a Omusoya Sing, Emedi Medium Prem Toss, Oko Ghana, now is a Unyaka and found Kofi Obusu phone to me before that is only a year bar. Okwa wasumejua anajubia oda na wada obi amfatu membe so emisia okonso for sikabra oside mekoi na omaso ya sing na edidumedie be ye kai o say and 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Full and COVID and flu vaccine clinic no baso or 870 Main Street Worcester in course of the program no the full details of the program no bebro na bibia bibia ekoso ya chiche so ma memfa weather report madam mama opo akwaba we mo opo akwaba weather report you know, the maximum is 50 and the minimum is 41 so I go opo na opo achi mo akwaba
kalu ya nu amejoso
na opo ti say
onyankopon adom
na no first executive producer ma
an executive producer wo mame ho and na de o mame ye available
and na de o ye jumo
and no produce show ni kama nti the executive producer wo mame ho nti na de be produce ho
ya fu ye juma ni da
course ni na just say ade because an executive producer could do mame ho nti on na dem buy
okay
buy no say no
okay ezeke for na obojuma na juma seni na bi aboko de
erade adum kalu na me adum ye ho den ade a chin de na ye de aseda na be ma obo ade
okay
ja na humo bro ena ama ye nso a enka ye nsem fatai sebi ya sebi enka ye nsem fata se ne krosan ma ye da foforo e ma ye timi ye den etena se nanso se de David kan se onyame nhwe nipa mfom so ho no ne nadi no one yenso edi ama ene yenso yete ase akalu yenye nipa nsen omo ade anche omo no ye humobro bi na odomfo no de adom ye nti every day that we have breath to live no na I will say de ase danso ye den ema nyankopon nti ono na daruma sebi moje die mo afuri sane techirema da bodwe mu a onya mfre yen ne de na chese wo se babesom ti eda na se se ne so wakan ya kan ti asefo ho nti nyame adom ye ho aden obi anso ho ye ye che atiefo nyina anso enim se onyame na ohwe ye so boy ho ba ma ade chin ye no wo wa ma ade chin obi anso de aka bia obeye isan se o ye titi nyame
yes
o ye titi nyame mi nyame okay kalu ko aso o na commentary zone maybe no commentaries. No, say I saw pen go feje so be profile obia because also on tesa what I can sorry I go. Ana me pese me hu say kan dey na me so commentaries say Main Street but say me nim so wajai dia.
Me jai na mako him de.
Oh me ngas wajai o. But just wait me say kan dey na me nim so ko but now no am ba sorry ho man hu
na must be jai na mako him.
Me royal baby ni ade ye ba ho ye hu. Ana dan de wa ma ana won time ko nan sen
I ask questions now your din so be ya no be say who say na freestyling Friday na mbi so asam so nya no we host now me some questions asam dem is maybe some questions na be some because research you are so penny abre ho pa
na ma akwa ba afiri bi ode na mini
na ho ma akwa ba na say on kasa mo na mbi so asama say me yi nyame aye so ma eda foforo e na me bi so say asori penny say asori ben na ukọ because on te say o kan wa asori ho asem say ukọ asori we na ukọ asori we e na me say me de minim say kane no Kaluati Jamaica no come person me committee me ho come ni nipa bebre o mo ko asori o sa Methodist no mo ho ne say Main Street say 340 right no number ne say
Methodist no was a Main Street
no more than na say me
mo Ghana we see Methodist oh
no minim ni Methodist no 3 Good Shepherd Ghana Wesley and I'm all United na na uko
na me where akweba me ko say me call Wesley Ghana Wesley
oh uko Reverend Joy ho
Ghana Wesley
Reverend Joy ho
Reverend Joy and friend Joy
hwe won Kalusha na uko asori ache
Reverend Joy me ko be ko na say Reverend uko Ghana but I mean say friend Joy there
na unim time oba
time
oba Reverend Baye Krafia ba oba kra be program o Unity Radio ha
o sa na mentie
Jesus Christ my friend Reverend Joy ato radio CCC a my friend say ne Bayira hold on
over my fan
my friend Reverend Joy did not into him so from Paba
over my fan
Carlo
my time
after Friday why not say freestyle on a more serious note
a friend saying I saw pay ko fie jesi over na year na researcher mo no anya na de e na wona be fa
we head of researcher
wona be ama no
we ahead of researcher
wona be ama no
some question sir
say research na be
o say nipa ba peer research
o ba ye no o say aso ba ko fie je e na say o be the research I will be o kwa sorry
so we research
o de ja o say be ye
we researcher
o de ama o say ye o de ama o say ye de ameti ase o de ama o say
student of research
me so de ama o say
some question ma me chere ma we are you are a student of research onim say research nipa ba ko ntumi nye so we start a researcher or you're head of research or sometimes you're on field so we're a student of research okay you perceive who say dancing water any biographer is saying the amount for top and master dance nsu ba kono
nsu ba kuwe
Poland Spring you perceive who say dancing any I Poland na ye field researcher na say me na me conductor
who buy no who see aso pay ko fie je say o person research
no research
o say una
yeah I'm a student me say ofa o intina na make come me wia yes
okay
sana make intina make say intina make say o student of research any ba ko nya research so you dey ukra na baji contract na open crofo even so you poll kra na say your phone so a unko ntumi nye data run sampling no does population size this one ufa crofo e bi frame everyone say we start akra na oya onzi achichem for instance district ti we be fa omo ya no mo ye kwan no so mpeso mo hu cars do efa kwan so for possible road extension and expansion I should say oh they omo ye e bi wa ha no mo mark na bi zo ha sa no nyina research unim say research
oh that's all say or the man we research on say dia
e ka ho nya me nkwa akra
okay and again say o buy say me
no de otuameka
energy contract me aso pay ko fie je say
me ka say me na just me part of the contract I'm only an employee wa family otuameka
o na one na research ka
wa family otuameka
se bu me no na makwache ko am say person me research
da wa family otuameka say me de otuameka
aso pay ko fie je bia wo bia do pay
ye chia say na de ma ye say I'm paid because no see me bag adwuma me nya nne
okay
what I was assigned to
you Mati why say you are paid.
But Kalu, on a more serious note, I say my friend Reverend Joy.
Oh, friend,
I'm my friend not to phone because Sir Reverend, Sir Reverend Joy, power so for it me about room her. That's a woman who saw so far about party. Kalu is serious. It is a man who's an a baba acquire Sunday beer. I see a mutu bofo. The 2 bob for no before. Oh, Kalu, so and Ojitu
bofo.
Like somebody should pick you up for church because omuja wa wangaza umma me see my friend Reverend John upon your boy right Reverend Shep into Kalusha asori penny so we dey wuti o anti wadaruma you know na research no ana ma sha ase no ti se Kalusha on kai time kro ko asori em so ko asori a che pa ye phone line tum pacho na Reverend Joy ba efa papa pom te se anopa yo oponi papa jina so na me de ko o ba bi ayira wo wa be di mi show yi so mbese o ye ne nyedo anopa ma me nti o ye mbacho ba bi line atum
edem
okay abusu afo anopa Kalusha we interview dabi wona nam yem ko papa mbacho pom te se Papa interview. Papa when you interview, we are sorry about why you're. Papa, where they may put you on the spot to cry. Where they ambassadors for Christ. Some of the time be more ready. Papa, who buy Empacho? This ain't Naka Kenny. But sorry, buy me Yafi. I saw a penny confession, but just okay. Papa Mpacho was sorry about Abrante ya nene ne digmo on necessary host program ikra ya friend no Ken Kalusha radio so there we used to had there no need dey obi adi nim no na ya ba ye na edi nkomo no bisam set senam si odon for na dawroma ya ho ye na ya bobo nkomo na ya opani ba ko ye nyina fan say brother pan okwa SDA ya friend asori pani kofieje na o se menya research bi na Kalusha on te say Kalusha kana asori okoda inti me ba na make say minim say kane no ko Methodist na wajaya na eno si o first no ko United Methodist na se eno de wajaba Ghana Wesley Methodist am say hey Reverend Joy ho o say Reverend Joy ne hwan papa obani hu o enti ka bi tira enti am say no e de so fo ba ira do pe say me ma hu say oba ba ko sha wa ira eti o ti o
Sabe, I don't think we are in a mamba. Kristo, Oba, you know, ja 99 no, Ecofa, Eco ye Bakwa, Yakam. And Ube, so be on one Yanes or Hanab a Bako Yira with ja 99 no. If you can use the Sesanatia, the person of our concession. Into put the number, mammy. Papa,
interview crowd, you know, my number, see, a bus is here.
I love him, and I just want to come to him and visit him. Masra, Sabia, sorry, many, Lamen, see, Dibisa, and Kababane, what that. Every year, they were sorry, different. Papa said,
it didn't cry different. Now, I was just a crowd by a fear trembling. Now, oh my, no crowd won't go. Papa said, it didn't. I said,
Bibi na esi ne kwai anti ejiri ze maybe be kwai ni na ya konti enya hwe ebi no kura timi bro by 5 years so nyame adomo mo ba
amen
every time no Kalusha be ba me nyina ya somo bo ade
amen papa
nyame ni no aye ira na asen ya ba
papa we dey every pan ya kwesi ada ya sha se kwesi ada ya every pan ni
mate ebi kwesi ada mi hia mpa
Kalu kasalo sofuti
yeah, sorry for the camera. A lot of things are happening, good things.
Kalu, kabibicha papa iwotio. Papa itio kazai. Kabibicha ada zewa dani mum. Na nyo na host program yi. Kalu kabibicha papa sa papa matime bai.
Ogo ha jire o
aso feni ko fie se na de mo se manya Kalusha ene de makona Kalu so ndimi ngaza baba Kalusi o baba me text the number ma
so yo
Kalu ka bibi che papa nsa na ko mana kwaba so Aliza kwaba mana
ogo ha jire let's ndimi ti aba jafo nyina ya mi
so Reverend Joy for short papa da say
yo bye
bye yeah aso pe ni kofi aje say na de won hu nipa no oso kaza ameda ni sofo bai wada no mum Kalu na de manya o freestyle Friday Come on, guys, if you want to go say freestyle.
What's so good with Unity Radio? I say, Mammy Newman Mike Ramen Kofa, FS, a sports update. If you are a rabbit, I saw playing you coffee, the other way by Yasidi. Me know who ye. Maybe I will should be a bit chow, you hear about me say, was so. Cocky shoes, a bit chow, and now 7 Up. Baby, I was be a Michel, oh, they are only another way. Okay, you know, you're TSC, your uncle baby. Yankee Chesson, my end in Ghana, and sports update via Basum. Controversial sports presenter, don't have him say a friend, particle side man. Was hey, Ghana for the Omega Jew Cosra, no mass and the Abba Shufum. Now, some of can say Coach Chris Rutin, percent or ye. Jordan and then in India and the day you the senior national team enunti and no mbobo oh Kumasi Babaya Sports Stadium no and I'm copying Angola no Jordan no Patrick and some can say Jordan a Bob Blaster or Bob Blaster Mamate na no muna as a carbon on Bonanka the captain's band and Jordan Barod Kokoma Songo Nekasa. As according to
oh, come on. Why would Songo try to bring Madam Amo planted seed of discord into the national team? That captain in a good team time be out. I'm Songo Amadino.
Remember Kwaja Bakasa. Eti Captain Man Songo say Chris Rutin per se oyi and the captain ban anima a party and other Kokoma Amati. Instead of so called Jordan, nti ono de nhwe mo e say politicians no ene coach no ene afifo no pese omo eyi Jordan ninia and the day are you efi the senior national team no mu eno na ho 7 de aba no enkrafo fom no so coach Ibrahim Tanko enano na Abranti efe no afenya Jan na se nkobama bobo under 23 na ofre Abrante last minute Abrante na amba bemesi akan na omusa kodi and wabai no bisa Ibrahim Tanko say Ibrahim Tanko say Abrante oba fara na so bemesi akan na 23 na ne mbia o man mbia no simple ne say Abrante no form dia o ko Tanko be fa no na bemesi akan ma afenya dan now yeah I know I say oh yeah here obetimi Abanaba Bessia can provide say Afenya Jan a war form. Now with me, Ababesi Akayano Ama Ghana the senior under 23 no be beer to me a concan. Ghana midfielder Dynamo, Bakwa no we more a friend of Derek Boating say no Ghana fire imagine so Amanoni now Makakofa players Oma BBC Akan Amomu. Na Derek Boating sama all kind say they said no dey ka ono a nka obehwe say say dey ni be che amanoni bebrebe no nka local players no enso so ye fa ni Kenya no mnya because say ohwa Naki Williams blaster fan man buy no o making no impact on the senior national team emra ye fa Naki Williams I didn't about the senior national team and they go be here there nka other players, some person nationality to come and play the national team and communication we no show style of play so because Naki as small can say Naki you say I can say no the kind of phone who the style of play nti my branch no brave pa nti small can say almost over say almost to senya abotama branch no now no some kind mo can say ya fa ni so nhwe fie kakra na amanone de no emwa kra sana Derek Boating sema ono ede abetudwa no ye feel wa yes I call Abrante efe na afenya nati Derek Boating interview na no sanka say e be hia say efe no ebe ko na omakoko tsa akoko sa feles afenya gen ewo Italy and Sana Afcon no abaso afenya dan obeka o contribute Emma Ghana for qualify to
World Cup na World Cup no ebe ko no you drop your branch no and it means psychological and affecting and emotionally and they say they say or concentrate on the bobo ko friend criminal say it that no friends say under 23 on bobo game no akwakobo and na the batch that to just say and 24 and now many no monko efe 24 now many onko Italy na omonsa enko stra branch no na bibia entuming enko nkan yakupo ya aduma over the weekend no matches bi ebeba so na matches eba so ebini ochina Accra Lions ni Kifeza Dream FC so ni Accra so folk Aduana Stars ene ochina ena ni kwesi ada no Aduana Stars ni Tamale City Great Olympics ene Brekum Chelsea Kayale United ene Samates Kotoku Royals ene Mediama SC ena Nsuatiman ene Beche United ena Asante Kotoko Babaya Sports Stadium Retama United ena ne Edwada no eno ye baby any Gold Stars ene Legon Cities yako English Premiership on 5 major leagues no omoko break omasamba it be the league specials ne mawa na fe yako kopen common kitikiti be ba kon me num de asoso na fe ya ba fi ni abedi nkomo so ko English Premier League ni mo ombesi akan eye ochira but enko other me league no ochira ene edu eye Friday no or Spain Mallorca ni Osasuna ebesi akan ene ewie agba no miensa ena okọ Bundesliga no mu a Eintracht Frankfurt ene Bochum ombesi akan 2:30 PM o hasim ena okọ French League na Marseille ene Montpellier eno so 3 about 3 was in edo cha ena Premier League no ebeba so match encounter between Manchester City and Liverpool Oceano past 7:30 early kickoff early kickoff Oceano 7:30 Man City versus Liverpool AFC Bournemouth Fulham Arsenal Leeds United and United 10 Brighton and Hope Albion and Brentford almost 10 Crystal Palace in Leicester City Nottingham Forest and Wolverhampton Wanderers and no Nina is how much I make 10 and afi na wi mo 12:30 no Chelsea versus Aston Villa and no any English Premier League fixtures for Ochina Saturday afi okala Liga Santander and a Premier League no Girona and Espanyol and no anopa 8 and Atletico Bilbao and Getafe and anopa 10-16 and 12:30 Cadiz versus Seville and 3 Elche versus Barcelona afe oko sia anuma criminal Cremonese and Atlanta and anopa 9 and Inter Milan versus Fiorentina and no see we are domienu and 2:45 Juventus versus Verona and no 2:45 and no and oko Bundesliga no and Bundesliga 1 Freiburg versus Hertha Berlin and anopa 9:30 and RB Leipzig and then Mainz 05 and also anopa 9:30 sir and Schalke 04 and Bayer Leverkusen and also anopa 9:30 Union Berlin and BFV Stuttgart and also anopa 9:30 and Wolfsburg versus Augsburg and also 9:30 sir and we are 12:30 Bayern Munich another top crunching encounter Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund and you can see and also so basso Bundesliga 1 of French League 1 Auxerre versus Troyes and anopa 11 and Rennes versus Lens and also area 3 2 matches spare and a basso French League 1 your chairman menum but the question that the Premier League and a Premier League Kwasiada and a Panonkron West Ham United versus Southampton and then a Panonkron and an area mono and a pa area mono 10:30 11:30 Newcastle United versus Manchester United we call La Liga anymore seta and Newcastle Manchester United 11:30 AM and call La Liga Santander anymore anopa 8 Satavigo against Ameria. And 10:50 Real Madrid versus Valladolid. And 12:30 New Year Villarreal versus Real Sociedad. And Evia Nomian Sano Year Atletico Madrid versus Real Betis. Afe yaba ni Serie A na Bologna versus Udinese. And anopa nonsia apemu 6:30. And Monza versus Lazio and so ye 9. And Spezia versus Salernitana and also ye 9. And Roma versus Sampdoria and ye 12 area. And the top match of Italian Serie A no as we have Sunday, Napoli versus AC Milan and ye 2:45. Napoli versus AC Milan. I know 2:45. I know a Kosiada. And now call German Bundesliga anymore. FC Cologne and Borussia Mönchengladbach and anopa non-cron apemu 9:30 and 11:30 no whether Bremen versus Offenham amobesi akan oko like anymore Sunday and a match is in bebree so Lille versus Lorient anopa non so Angers versus Nice non-cron Brest versus Toulouse anopa non-cron Clermont versus AC Ajaccio and also anopa non-cron and Nantes and Reims and also anopa non-cron Monaco versus Strasbourg and also 11:05 and Paris Saint-Germain and Olympique Lyonnais and 11:45 and no fixtures no ya course Monday yanko matches Monday na fe enjamo Monday no Premier League no Everton versus Tottenham Hotspur and area Nomiansa and I call La Liga Santander Valencia versus Rayo Vallecano almost be siaka and I think o call Syria no more Empoli versus Lecce and Sassuolo versus Torino and no any lake fixtures are about over this weekend you know, after the international break. You call ya ko nko kiti no anida na searches for no manya almost ayi dada banka e BBC for so nya say searches for pegin Messi Mount say wa person beto ni bia no beto ni 70 million pounds anya sa abrante unya ntono enti kam enya ne say Bayern Munich for so nya ne say obebesi akan say the coach na coaching and the friend Thomas Tuchel no Osunya Brantie na obepeso BBC akan amanu by me for now so Chelsea for asu na so mo sign ka krabi na Chelsea for coach Ifeno Anthony assistant coach Ifeno Anthony Barry no ka krabi no mo na wi say obabebo Thomas Tuchel na mo mati akan na bia tumi akọ nkan amamu nkafu from so by me for the betu just say they can rise on your margin say on my target to say on Messi akan momo Bayern Munich no say it's not a target for buying only nya anoba buy bia so Saudi Arabia club Hilal have also offer Messi say on Messi akan mano na oba o memma na o metua diska if you say buy we are seeing Messi Hilal and Messi nankasa so enter Miami USA as Florida no almost so the Arabs just say say Messi be see akan mama enka pay ye pa Barcelona for so abrante feno Sergio Busquets no so almost an hia na enka be see akan Messi season we be we ya one PSG for nya de a be see akan ebiem na bibia etumi akoso amomo ne krakwa no Manchester United for the Manchester Mensa ebi ababetu just say omunya omu a ombebesi akan momo bako Hurricane or Tottenham Hotspur and bako Kudus Mohamed or Ghana ni obo ama Ayas and Benfica for and so striker bako efen Goncalo Ramos omne Manchester Mensa omanya mo say omanya Hurricane omo wako form and ababesi akan amomo na bibia etumi akọ nkan sa ne komo kitenkiten de edo so bebre ba ha na edi besi na afin makọ opo ho na what taking a pic na fi
na what asọrọ peninka
na be maintain nka
na wa check na ho ye de
asọrọ pen say medical channel na
okay
na wa ode adwuma di ama o say one na nya adwuma no
ma mencha Pastor Isaac na ye chia sofo for Pastor Isaac. Pastor Isaac nso Assemblies of God. Also ye nyame sofo a nyame nam no so ye nsankyerene. So unte Pastor Isaac din da ho.
Dabi.
Obehunu very soon enche. Obaba fidi so na waba edi nyame asem a unadulterated word of God aba. Our throne of worship Assemblies of God Church. Baby asese oba na obesum nyame. So ati ase Omo 1405 Main Street. Ehona omo. Oso otie timi ganje oso ochiaw. Na ya akwa asori. Oso atisa no peye so kwa asori mfie mienu kura twam. Ti Pastor Isaac simi ganje ose ochiaw. Omo wachi. Na mfa onyame so ni agro. Ya akwa asori.
O kaza o da be na akwa asori.
Eh. Memfa me so for Reverend na Usubama.
O kwa asori da be.
No memfa
o kwa asori da be.
Me my research. Na me do so for to so pa so frame so for to so.
Oh, you be quiet. They be any research. I be research.
No, Pastor Isaac, Pastor Isaac, so child na make catch out.
Oh, that be na call sorry.
Kalu.
I don't pay all that. I'm for basic. Me
there.
Was the last time I call sorry.
Me there no. Eh, mamencha.
Okay, David, I order no call. Na say sorry.
Mamencha makonta so utie me. Makonta Kwame Bema. On di meyere magechi. Makonta so uye program no akonta for so uti and our text is uti unza esa na timayo de nti Kwame baby I will be a mecha ne especially your beautiful daughter ya na me refini din no mecha one busua nyina me gidi se mo ya masa weekend ma mente onka na yete onka che ma yente onka na yete onka che na so
weekend when junior birthday na
there be the Jeremiah birthday near Ivory yeah my contact back girl your friend Ivory beautiful girl
I'm say weekend when
no Jeremiah birthday no him say me cry me mistake and I'm sorry and I'm say Jerry tomorrow is your birthday I say no daddy we are not it's 22nd meaning say the birthday no follow on Saturday nti as my so obsessed did you Saturday be na am say any birthday tin do ho enti my encha my contact Kwame Bema ne ba Ivory ho
na me sha mezo papa o
na me ncha maase Mark Chumasi na me ncha maase oba Cecilia Chumasi aka Bogawa na Mark Chumasi so aka Boga papa
okay
mama mu nyina edin ti ma me ncha mo use no ushi awan mezo papa me ma me Mary Kunana Mezo ben na okay. Yeah, sana mekan yeah.
No so chia.
Jeneso. And na ya no aka na ya announcement
yeah. No be say yeah, na be say na cry say me send ya to. Yeah.
Na uni mezo papa.
Na na Michelle.
Na uni mezo ma me so.
Menim.
Kwa sorry pa.
Oh okay.
Asem kanam kan me twa me mbo wakutia. Nka hwenchro.
Problem ni ho.
Okay. Me kai keke say oh there be problem no me kai so ka say we share papa no
problem kwa ni ho problem ni ho
papa ni o ma me nyina
Kofi spray abi chao
Kofi say we sorry I know my level when the message or the abrem na me person me kan one say Kofi say we sorry I know my level
I know my level
okay abo ni ache ma de meja
say jawa say we be kan o yase dey bi
etimi fre Kofi fanto say we sorry
oh me so Kofi ni ma sorry abeko
etimi me say the message abrem me say
oni ma sorry me ko nti nka say I know my level you ma sorry
some me say won kwa sorry no and no say we sorry I koye I know my level
Kwaku o be say bedu metwa wanu so o ma ka say na metwa wanu so
na Friday we say freestyling Friday masa me do ya
mama ko Facebook na messages up
we are na mabomani acha sorry penny
mama aba sorry penny
we are mabomani acha no afre
men stretch
sorry penny we are mabomani acha sorry penny no afre
mama Alice Car
I don't mean you sports how can
messages na do so I say be Kojo Asempa Furniture West. Also good afternoon to you your listeners from Kojo Asempa finish. Na Kojo dey be there. Okay, you better say. Kwachi Ohene. Also good morning Opo and Kalusha. And Isaac Mensa. Also good morning Unity Radio. We thank God for his favor and overflowing generosity to us.
And Paul.
And Isaac Mensa, I salute you guys for your great service to the community. And Isaac Mensa, Opo, please, you have done a great job for God. Thank you very much. What pleases God most is to rescue a soul according to the word of God.
Amen. Hey, Randy Medas said now no problem. But
I
we are boss, but them 1 minute. Asama Isaac Mensa kan ya. Aden as Isaac Mensa on no problem kra na o kan papa na o ye ne bone.
Papa be na me kan.
O say, the Sonyankopon
obeka bia na o ba.
The Sonyankopon ni say.
Obeka bia na o be second.
O suffer by Reverend Joy by o ti asama o kan. O say nwan 99 199 yira. We jan enti eno apepepe na Isaac nso kan. Say the Sonyam ni say so la wa yira.
Oh, Isaac Mensa. Okay. Mami come myself so Mama Alice, good morning, guys. Please continue fighting for Mother Ghana because, as your song stated, your mind. May God bless you. Amen. And as it mentioned, to Shades, Manchester City 5, Liverpool 1. And I'll say Chelsea 4, Aston Villa. Aston Villa. And I'll say, as it mentioned, Kalisha, please, Liverpool want to buy Messi Mount. 2 why? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Liverpool really want him.
And my member said, good afternoon, my people. I'll say I miss you guys yesterday. My member, I'll say my member. So it's Sunday party. Miraculously recover and pray for Arsenal.
Menkasa, no comment. They say on him some because enemy Mikel Arteta press conference. Agnes
Sasari. I say good morning, guys. Continue the great work.
God
continue to bless all of you. And also, Felix Osafo, also Paul, listen to you. King Kalusha, good job and living to Ghana. I'm living to Ghana today.
Oh wow!
I always tune into Chelsea.
Oh, I just have for any nyamin call. Oba hakran kame download your app no ma. Until they use Samsung no na they call Ghana download the app no ko Play Store. Now download Unity Radio Worcester. Download Unity Radio Worcester. Moko Ghana bribia oko app no so I said you have betumeti and just go on Play Store na download
and our Facebook Facebook
or say bia no drive on so Ghana Facebook there's so share Facebook to any page in that
and Ghana so Facebook
betumi ahwe say bia wo fie dia
basaka o kam kwa betumi
no driver
let me say voice keke no beti
but say voice there better so beti no app no so because you be tempted to watch the video which is not safe Ghana so then this is how well nim the way omo drive crazy kakra nti say Ghana dey okwa enye acceptable so be video na drive even enye highly unacceptable nti or download app na so fie dia Facebook no dey order that nti e buy a obenya no ahwe but in case or driver na or town na we Bluetooth crash and asuma and one so nam the baby no tie nti just afo ye bomba say nyame mfa nko o ma traveling messes na mfa nko do Ghana some dream na on sign fa umra mo ho ban esan say ohu hia e pa ti nyame mfa nko na on sign fa umra ukwa ya koya mo mukrum one day ukrum hono
boy so on
yamransa just afo ba chokwa na me na de menyo eno a woni kwakushu ni kofie gei mo se edan mumu me so minya obia nti just afo kwa bomodin akohwehwe kenkalusha krom ho yamransa never ho report to brain. But on a more serious note, Nyankopon found good rasum gym. Kinkalo no one read Agnes Asare message no. Already now ya channel. Agnes Asare very special to us. Ya channel.
Channel.
Mami aba message no so kan na say one share down articulating ye. The odi party asem no. Asa o share down say the amanfo ntini ye.
Oh me kan ni na.
Ka betimi atobo asisu bi man kanya bad.
I don't kind of also can be what I didn't also to be cabin.
Oh man, shut up, team. I'm here by a party. And Shannon, I missed you guys yesterday. And good afternoon, my people. And I'm a tea. But party hold the answer. One shut down.
Party miraculously recover and play for us now.
Okay. Or see, party day. Oh, you so adjective be oh. And I'm a pay. What's the party day? Oh, Kaluda is the one that or say
oh my Casaudi.
Oh, they make us a message is now reading to the man Tiffany.
Oh, I say Casaudi, Coswara.
My member wedding name then and ambassador as the host when I will read the messages and Uncle I mean, I wedding here. Miraculous.
My car 2 times now.
Mantia, Madame from the was say. Newsy, ya come here near my headlines near upon. Tweet me go be a newscaster and say, Sabe King can for from one. Yeah. Kaluwa, me okay, I think say must start you from Fee. If you say Mpenifo say Kalusha Uti, Sasem Enifia and Kofasam Yade. Asem Nifia and Kofasam Yade. Emma. A dear countryman song go yano. You claim to want the best Black Stars ever. They be a bump and penifechi, blast your mo. And sometimes, and so many things that he says, I agree with him because we don't do so many things right. But a dear way yani dangerous. Ghana didn't tell you to me cap Black Stars once some near kayon. Eye disunity I would team anymore. Efri abedi pele ne akwasi apia so ena Kalu Ghana captains band no adane ya bonsam in winning trophies because when we even went to South Africa captain band in Tina Steven apia peso bo penalty asamaja amananye dey
abarambo
so no na ejaye uni say penalty taken as that time so was capito no onsha danya binya dey emo na ofi bench na ba ne ade but that time he was in the game. Na Samoja nkobo say no sa ade we ya ade a we journalist na wo Ghana na nim Ghana sports abakosem enim demo a edi Ghana ye call Tunisia 1996 Ken Kalusha sata na wo Ghana yenya abedi okay abedi 11 anyway Tony Yeboah 11 ye call Tunisia 1996 after say ko boss a Germany friendly match na boom right almost share 6-1. You share first goal, almost share 6-1. Abedi bedu later, or say chinchina in captain's band mana, and on a captain, ya Jimano. No. A man for feel say, oh, Tony Abuana Satam, no, why, what G all over, especially in Germany, or Jigo Kia to us, and the Abobono or hunting came for honor. Captain band the hook I can know. If you ho, and a Ghana, a bobo, Black Stars, and ye yebu. Etiana me a very second, from Abedi Iba. Ebedu siki akono so na ba Stephen Apia time bia ya the captain mo bia onim sa Stephen Apia de ba say oni John Mensa na twitwiri ho afekura de bim say osame osakofo na ese ye den ye de ma no da bia ne yakeka nipa tibom te esa nipa na okuta band no na obi nso anya no ho etimpo players ni nso bi pe na asem na team ni mu ye den eche yenim the recent happenings between Dede Andre Ayew any Asamoah Mensah Jan. Now say Kalu want to their course. So TTB. Yeah. Big news. And my attention by Homuntem. So the same trend in now countryman song Asimo can say Jordan Ayew now Bob Black Stars at channel. Chelsea Iba Hoda Bay. Thiago Silva Oba Hoda Bay. And Thiago Silva Bada Bay. And so you more Thiago Silva captain band. Now they see team no wa watching the captain's band man. Emra be na tresa. Kalu catch emra be na tresa. And yes, I watch na say lead ade abroni friend say leadership word qualities. That's why I mean when the day he was giving the captain's band, I like because the day a leader.
And also people kwana and in reality no this captain's band and by mana na say nearby no. And I say obi wa number 10 jersey any captain's band o the man on shedder. No, sir idea say me na ma bo achenti say the captain's band man na see jai. I see jai sa de no. Eh na etesa. Yeah. Eh na etesa.
Adebi o wa. One. Or the problem never team anymore. And I want can we can read this story and I'm say we are very generous. Because said you see read this story no money are nice, but the one who see Canada nice crowd. Why should Daniel Amate captain the team when we have Jordan in the team? That is bad. How Opesa Amate Njene saying? And then so now they to Jordan so then it's him. Is Amate not part of?
Or say they are doing to move the Jordan.
He's trying to create a big friction into the team. It is bad. Can't you imagine? You're the same person who aspire, who is championing the best Black Stars ever. Say Ghana team they be on audio musi and a Ghana team I say udio matem now dimpen fatem now you see critiquing and criticizing is part of our job. But me the way obey didi atem mean to me day and I'll criticize with some politeness around it. You to me MBO I don't know didi atem but I don't understand and he's entitled to it. I'm not the person to judge somebody. But my point is say who party ya yensan say no. Because when him say adi we ya referee tete captain Emma Black Stars there be any problem. Juvenile teams ni J trophies and na make catch under 17 ya J trophy ya G Alice anje kra ya G mienu ya san kwaji the Nigeria for and see the second
93
yeah and ya san ko bi na no kra ko di third under 17 yeah under 20 ya J World Cup bako apart from your Africa country be ajibira
ya G 91 Yoko 90.
What I mean, person I come back with break.
95. Yoko
95. Yeah, 93. Yeah, Nigeria boy now almost share final. No, and yes, I call G 95 or Ecuador. So what I say? Oh, so I'm no be co-captain. Who call Black Stars later? Obi co-captain. Captain Tina Black Stars. I'm telling you. Because the players don't play their hearts out. They be another team ni mo che. Into when him says we captain na oje on na never con ho and you never con ho na ebi mo nyi omo ye mo na ebi mo ba against no more mo se juju obo mo na mo be juju so say am pass o wa na omo so yeah and then enipa bi no adwene say then divisions galore. So Songo man, as I know, shouldn't be doing such things. I think that it's very unfortunate. And yet, any mrabia mubuku bia ni wa ya churo wo mu say you player now no about team nacha as say na captain. There are some people in a team they are not leaders naturally. They are not leaders. And a player bi o ha okotono and as our national team say look at when Asian was in the Black Stars. In the absence of Satamana Tornado Moya captain here. In the absence of senior player bi na obi an Asian na ebo. But ebi o ha na jumping ceremony at the crown no more about team no crash ACM because ACM crash 2010 World Cup one Kobe or boy may qualify by one Kobe. What I say it is not who has been in the team for long. On himself no be na Liverpool Klopp Salah any Trent Alexander-Arnold Ebobo when or the captain
the Trent
Trent captain. But Obiabeka say the face of the team for Liverpool there. Nka say Salah. Coaches choose people they think say more leadership qualities be more exposure any a particular time no betumi aboa. Enti Jordan ankasa no. In all honesty, Kalu said the Jordan well na mbisa o any dey see wa when na beka so leader on no ye warrior on the field of play. It's straight up. It's straight up. It me the day you captains Ghana. I like it. Jordan, ne attitude, ne body language, ne Pietro dan to ball awon yere ne ho mo. Onku ne ho ma Ghana.
By Angola de obo.
Oh, Angola de obo. Oh baby obo dey say ka say Angola nkwa na dey measure Jordan. Angola de obo. No dey I totally agree. Say Angola de obo. Oh, into yes sir, na asem ni fie wo kofa asem ba sa de ya ada. Nyame ya do asem agyan de kra just na no ya mo san kopeja bai. Na ho sam nam news mu so oni dede na ye serious say ene wan bi okra na enim orita ye na amafo kopeja bai ya na eba na bi mu credit dia term na afi unprintable words credit bem from the camp near others camp near de. Wo san kopeja sa de we aba. Abra ye new coach as say otutu nyoma. The coach that we haven't had in a long time. The coach who can take bold decisions and substitute big time players in the team. They see how some be any team ni mu ache. Ne asa be gina you the same person omukobo ball na se ntimi amo na ntimi anhye na anya de a you go back on your show fire for fire. No asa ko di o matem. I think so it's very unfortunate. I totally disagree with Countryman Songo. Enye enyini a wanyini ene cha wache o Black Stars mu menim some wo policies ni code of conduct bi o ha and I say conventions with the Black Stars some rules and regulations I chere say wa bo team na che ene say your captain there I don't know but it says an tie no all can fine but you need to share bi atisa Black Stars ni mu you need to share bi atisa so Countryman Songo should spare us na team no enya unity kakra build something special ma on fa views or open ya dey ne say obi open asem me say team no. Every player in the national team can be a captain, regardless of who. Until Kalusha Mitaka Semyo ha, men and I say Abrabona Yebono, and yet how far, and how well. Obi betimia betana abroche 100 years, but obi back 2-3 years. Na nenyoma eden. Until obi ana ne shabre, obi ana se de nyame bono. Untumi nka se obi atena ade until obi ni company mu mai obi ma ene ya ne promote na ko managing director. I think it's unfortunate. Sadiano, Sanet here, dear, and I was Sanet here. Yes, Sanet here. Harry Maguire, was he the oldest player? Oh, Manchester United. Harry Maguire, I met two, Marcus Rashford, and Anthony Martial.
David, the show Crowback for two.
Yeah. One met Anthony Martial, Munina, Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Munina, Muniwan Sana, Mokoto, Harry Maguire, free Leicester. And so now Harry Maguire, by any the captain of Manchester United. Man, you. Manchester United.
So Mokotono, Mohamu.
Oh, Mamia Bana, me refer to. Hey, now they say that because I'm Manchester, Dimam Zana Contoka.
I was a Mokotono.
Miss Anna Omo, if you want, Miss Anna Omo Cotono. So, I think it's unfortunate. Say some good try now identity wide about team. It is unfortunate. Very. And I know Messi say Messi, you knew PSG, Omo among the captain band.
I know.
Omo captain. Yeah, no, some Aquinos crowd. No, Mbappe game be an Mbappe plan. Yeah, they put the captain's band on him. Natural say, na yede. Ade bi ho mo de ba na mo the controversy about him no. Papa ya de opeso na mo san be say no. It's very unfortunate. Let me move on. The day you it's my captain. The day deserves every bit of the captain's band because one, the day the most committed current crop of Black Stars players the day form nyesisi but the day is a warrior and okune homa me ade me pay commitment. Oh, ade no be ya na wa ye onya na onye ebi ni obi a miraculously yes you ne ho atoni. So what I say? Ade okay. And I think I totally disagree with Countryman Songo. It's very unfortunate. Maybe our day here Kosisiana. My next topic here, Afenya Martin and Afenya Jan. It's very unfortunate. What here Derek Boateng interview? Derek Boateng was defending him because he had transferred Black Meteors and the management, the manager no near this omo manager day. Never. They feel let down by Ghana because almost you say Afenejan by limelight your friend of Black Stars or the ball by Drew say you World Cup no you cutting it off so they are peeved in some way which makes sense because they are human beings and they feel say well there are some players that went even if Afenejan went and he didn't play and he was on the bench it would have added to his profile but then again you ask yourself no Egypt ni bi omo there be national team is for Ghanaians and I wouldn't really condemn him as to say Yeton Safran or Black Meteors or see uncle because maybe he feels bigger say Sisiano baby and the profile eduno or switching Black Meteors. What I say? It just happened to Kalum Hassan Odoy. England for one friend or 3 Lions. But friend or under 20 team. Well, refuses several times. Several times also uncle. What I say? It happens. But yeah, now idea about Kwanka mesre place, especially somebody like Afenejan say as a sort say time now ni Marino e wo Roma no or Basro no say in the form no nya den ente sabio because in team you ko here from Sankra Cremonese so share the performances are on starting game in game out what I say on starting game in game out enti as a players no sometimes kalu say unya dip in former as I saw more accept say it is true I'm not the same player because player bia when the moment utumi ne modern money tumi yeden eko form kakra but ye de na yenya din kakra na edin ni pagya na edisivu ye ho ye dada ye ho na ye gina edin so eko so esusu say medaso the same player as I was about a year or two ago, which is not the case. So I feel say Afenejan and called by black matches now. It would have served him good because say qualifying your Olympic Games that is also another World Cup. What I say, Olympic Games, semi, and I say World Cup for the under 23 team. Into kwa ubenya kwenya bo and the whole world will be watching Olympic Games. Kwa yeshwe World Cup. Unimza. Yeah, it's sure Olympic. And see, I don't know why Afenejan decided say on board black meteors, no. But I don't want to also, like I said, criticize and crucify him because according to the what you see Ghana for the dinner no, they are killing the boy. Ebasana odo no so yima no yenso yan reciprocate what I say. I mean, you nipa kalu sometimes you feel say baby amedru dey level wey dey my day matra. What me point now say? Yeah, we feel so atra under 23 and he's not the first player to do that. I mean, Europe, like I gave you a typical example, they do it. You invite them to the juvenile teams or under teams, and guy just say, I'm not going. Until it happens. So I feel that people want Ghana to be successful. They want players to be patriotic. But I also understand and also point to the best way to understand somebody is to empathize with the person. Put yourself in their shoes, not to sympathize with them. What do Hoshan and Pablo also better say? And I feel that Ghana for not taking it easy on the boy. As I did not see no, say Black Stars. And your friend no see on bar because one call World Cup there, then we can have our stake. But I don't be na between and Rana make about income Diano. Yeah, he was invited under 20 and the World Cup. And then he wanted to go to the World Cup until Jordan and Agbala friend me friend, and then he decided to change his stance and go to the under 20. And luckily enough, he went to win the World Cup. Kalu won him say under 23 way if Afenejan decide to go. Now February you qualify for World Cup just like you for Olympic Games, just like you were saying. Now you akwaji gold medal. You know what that would do to his profile? Yeah, I don't know, but it's up to his management and himself. Me, I wouldn't really partake to play against Leeds United on Sunday, according to Mikel Arteta. I'm happy Mamiaba used the word miraculously. I'm a partake all of a sudden from Monday, ABC Ukwada Yawada if you're in our training.
The injury was a slight injury.
Me misa
it was a slight injury.
Slight
injury. They bet me. I know about not the next day. The injury was a slight injury. Me pobia sema to twitch no
me pepati asem.
I can't asem do.
Me pepati asem papa. But me pegana asem more. Enti me pese party talent no. Sesi a enche na party ne ball be wie kalu. Enni mfie be te say num na party we wie. Because he's 30, right? 30, 31. Inti Emra ojina ni pick ya Ghana benya na so mfa so no. I was so boa o mine no. Me nkomo bonyi na no. So, but I also understand as now I meet Mikel Arteta press conference and I was saying Momoni Ghana a good rapport. They have a very good relationship with Ghana. And now mo bisana the entire I didn't know Sunday Fisio Koe. And I say Partey is a very important player to Arsenal. Very, very important. And Nansaya Wanya Nagels injury situations near Adeno. So they wanted to make sure say he's okay. Until almost Sunday. 29. In other places almost 30, but that's okay. Pese Partey okay until almost Sunday Fisio can ho ekoe no me there with my experience any day minim say Arsenal wanted to send a physio so that ono betumi work around and say oh boy no cry nya fit wa ha na wa mo, but that's okay. Etwema we there be person make can over the weekend. I'm happy that as a Ghanaian Partey is back to play. Yamompa say obetumi abobo this weekend. Now what do Nkunimama Arsenal against Leeds United in their quest to win the Premier League for the first time in about how many years? 17 years or 20 years?
The last one year 2004.
2004. Acho Entikalu next year not 20 years old. Omo keka kom mo die ni bi o. Hey, say ntira Kofi Eje ni kwakushu.
Invisible no. Invisible no.
Yeah. Since na Kofi Eji ni Kwaku shoes. Me kaka asem ya omo pa mabumi. Kwaku shoes ni Kofi Eji afeda matimu ase. Ha! Say Premier League won so come ade mo achesa. 20 years, Kalu. 20 years. Wow. Where they mudika, where they sanra kamu budan kura gu meso ana mu deserve say mu bugu meso. Afeda matimu ase. But on a more serious note, Kalu, I'm happy that Partey is fit to play. Me dey menim say no pray because me maintaining and now Kraka say now Sunday do now me catch you so bebo. You were arguing with me, but I told you he was going to play because I knew what I was talking about and I know the Partey gimmicks how he used to. Moving on from Thomas Partey to Mason Mount. Was it Mason Mount for 70 million pounds now? I think I give Enrao Canons or Riffy and I'm but not BBC in Famai, but not goal ni all football, one football ni other winning Eddie Abba, what am I about? See, after the Invisibles, they became so Mason Mount, Kalusha. The best thing Chelsea can do is to sell Mason Mount. The best thing Chelsea can do. I listened to Graham Potter press conference on Power. He's praising the boy. Said the attitude was so positive in spite of all the links of Chelsea, a Chabot, or call Bayern Munich, or call Liverpool, and all that. But let's also put it clearly: said Thomas Tuchel really wants him, so maybe that can help Chelsea because top player now teams are it gives you room for bargain. And you be na Mudrik Chelsea ni Arsenal where the big account just like Rafinha, so okay Rafinha to Barcelona, the same. But I require one club, na untai nyabo. So what I say. So I think Chelsea situating Mason Mount at 70 million pounds. It's a good deal. What I say. Or a academy player, Wabo, Waji Champions League, and all that. So if he wants to go, the entire Chelsea 70 million, I think one, it's because of his age. Only Mason Mount is just 23, 24 years. What I say. So he has more years ahead of him to play. So Liverpool penalty so bad. Me, I don't really care where we sell him to. All I care is Chelsea should get rid of Mason Mount because say I'm getting rid of Mason Mount, Chelsea team will get into serious problem because one Mason Mount attitude and I'm not make same with you and I mean Kalu players are more England now more yam rough no. Media ne can be mom no. It is a big team mu now I'm sure ya. Oh Jack Grealish. Ebi awo ya wo monitor the English media ne pre-match conferences ne omo post omo bebo te say ne say omo bebo game we call YouTube na omo ye Andy Cole ne Dwight York mo ne Alan Shearer unso omo nyina ye pundits. I watch a lot of them now tie game per game omo analysis omo ya they focus so much on the English players. So and osanko Ibro ni kra dia na say Sky Sports for no. So, player na dey now bench na no must start attack who coach no because they want their players to always be in the limelight even if they are not performing. Enti Mason Mount is here. Any João Felix, you can say for obi bo abe hwan. So boss have free roll now. Obi bo João Felix, right? But the English media would still want Mason. And na ade ba kwa ha me Mason Mount ho ni say. So you die hard Chelsea fan. You know ya tetew ya di moja blue na wura mu a anka onye de oye no after 200,000 pounds for it is saying how much is Rhys James taking Arsenal for the Bukayo Saka say no more the man so until he's becoming so much fixated on money as opposed to the love for the club.
We saw him say Chelsea Bobo Kono and no more yinama yinama
player be ni yinama
because say bought Chelsea one called Debbie Cantia and sana mu say no for so on Lampard by
Kalusha
and wa bana for you
can't say I know I'm obi who say time Chelsea because Mason Mount no senior appearance and sana called Debbie Cantia. Oh, maybe so. Yeah. Mason Mount didn't have any senior appearance before. Now he is academy player. And Frank Lampard new appointment tomorrow. Any Mason Mount and one other player. I'm say goalkeeper bakukura. And best Chelsea say oh, mo from academy players here, mame. Na me from call Derby County. And didn't on loan. And mo call excel here. And you fire there by. Elliot mumu player Elliot no wankolo obiara de na ne player yeah academy players ne de obiara de ne de kolon wankolo check mo players na mo kra mo academy player bi ne wan we the Trent Alexander no check the track check it Trent track
academy
and I'm say checking the track.
Yes, me check it.
A time we do player or academy nas we move near na kolon. No acquire de near de naba. Or kono ji 20,000 pounds sterling. Or buy ne modern mo cost run your 2 straight about 5 years. And you no 100,000 pounds sterling. Now you want to improve, you have become more matured. You see a more 100% increment, 200,000 pounds sterling. Also pay the Raheem Sterling 300,000 pounds sterling. And Chelsea sees say you don't deserve that. I feel that we catch him so Fulham.
Okay,
we catch him so Fulham. Every team, Ebia Baloguna and US in England they come home for national team. Arsenal player, unim so Arsenal player. Balogun. And Kenya this year no shiny your crank. Unim so Arsenal player be a friend of Balogun. Obia sending the players on loan. Into way in news, because the engineer pam player no more senior team da.
Threat in loan, Bibia.
No, Elliot na make and I say check a threat in so tracking.
Threat in loan.
Na Elliot
is your Fulham no.
Okay, and Elliot unko akra. Mo players be there that will be na me no kun hu ha say. Wo sorry I say the Gallagher ko loan. Player ben no. Me refinity.
Solanke.
No, Solanke, they say Momoton free. Solanke was a Chelsea player. No, Moton, they say Moton, no Moton. No, academy player be last time, no, now Cassia, the young color Colon. Curtis Jones is so Colon. Anna, a year acquire Japan, say Asia, near Mokofani, Modena, Southampton.
Minamino.
Okolo, and son of converted to a permanent. Okolo, Upa check it. Minamino.
But so no fair academy.
No, some say players. I don't mean person show players. I don't colon. Ono kra mu cotton no. Ono kra mu cotton no. Mo di colon. Elliot to colon. So many players. Liverpool academy players. Opa go back. Na mo kra say mo ni academy players be mo team nim. Curtis Jones and Elliot and the Trenton ko.
I want to catch you.
E bi me no wan. Robert and the Roberts onye mo dia o.
Huh?
Yeah, ono wo camera. Onye mo loan player. Onye mo academy player.
The Roberts dey confirm.
Yeah, nti wan bi catch me.
O say.
Wan bi.
Nico Williams ni
Nico Williams o kolon.
Not Phillips me na no.
Not Phillips we mo ye players or ye two mo dey. Ye cap players are first team players. Chelsea, Reece James, Ubebo Mason Mount, Ubebo Ruben Loftus-Cheek, wan bi kra Gallagher. Players o maji dey wa players abubo wan atini.
Not Phillips or
boy.
Nico Williams or
ye players are ye bubo play Chelsea players and bubo mo nyina bo England national team. Nico Williams wan na bo wan ya friend da.
Scotland.
No, Scotland ye papa. Scotland is so many team. Scotland ye cry player. Okay, Ampadu. Ethan Ampadu. Ghana player Ethan Ampadu mo nyina say ne sa na de kan de on kra weekend international break ko he ball and no. Players from England national team. Sa na proper academy players. Ye de na ye free. And none of friends say at team rant and I say say players. Oh, player, and yet Trent cry, says Yakramusu Asan, I won't mean defender. So I think say Mason Mount, maybe there. I'm a Chelsea fan, as everybody knows. Bakalu, honestly speaking, say Chelsea torn Mason Manta, my nibeje. And for that 70 million pounds, you bet to me the Beatos also players. Because remember, when you say Chelsea are opposed to a car. For the first time.
What the car?
Yeah, opposed to loss. For the first time, what you say? Nti Chelsea anye careful. Some and you better because I push to a casa. Not just say you are getting to Manchester City level of financial fair play ni abechu. So I think that anye Mason Mount I've learned that there's going to be massive cloud. Mason Mount, Robin Loftus-Cheek, Christian Pulisic, a lot of players are going to go. Conor Gallagher, the SC coach in the panel, so I know that he might stay.
Coach in the panel.
Yeah, Graham Potter, yeah.
Coaching better now.
Nakalu, you think me manage what to? Papa, I'm not in a position to make decisions. Papa, I'm Pamno.
Sense of better how they are. Maybe
no, but man, I can't go at now. Compamono. So 15, 1 in 15. Crowd man it now. No, Obepamno. Well, we need to us know about drawback. Obepamno. But me or Kwanka me, but I think say if Mason Mount will take the 200,000 pounds sterling and sign. So be it. If he feels bigger than 200, Kalu, Yamanako. Tony Barry to Bayern, I think say it's likely to happen because me catch you say Thomas Tuchel can say
it's bound to happen.
It's
bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
Yeah. I think say Kalu Barry Papa ye ni chere ya ye Thomas Tuchel chere ya no so okofa Chelsea free kick expert. Once Chelsea is able to negotiate compensation, no more Jana Manakon, I don't really have a problem. I think so. Saudi club Al Hilal for Messi. I think so it's about time Messi thinks about money. In any case, Messi I'm making a lot of money in the game. Maybe can you go to Argentina and give Argentina the rest of you? And like later.
One time, Messi Mount Pisca. One time we be the Uncle Pisca. Now Messi Mount to the
or Messi or twilight of his career. Messi we
but football so anything can happen. Injury can
no when we Messi and Messi check Messi sika
Messi Mount injury can also set in.
Oh, na the Liverpool ni mo na mo ka say na ye ka team mo stingy in England ya hwan ya
stingy saying stingy when
mbacha won check him play ni sika ma me she opa ko check wages na ye ka players team amuntu a wo be candidate wo be ka say play team pra den na Sadio Mane free o arguably my best player. Arguably my best player before he left. No, arguably my best player. I don't know free. Sika mo de mo stingy kranti ka sika sama men kan bi. Mo Liverpool ni Arsenal. Teams bia nya stingy njem. Mo ye pepe papa. Mo mi no. E kan ma mo kan bi kra. Nti I think say Messi when yes scary. That's what I'm saying on national Mago kan tokwa wako kama ntokwa ma medi bia kwasara asori pani obeya ma obefrem sisi a say mago ka say moye pepe wa mama ka by fact there teams are England opo mom yes stingy pa Arsenal Liverpool very stingy musika say won koye yeah entertain say Kalu Messi call Saudi can prefer because Ronaldo is there so nanka I decide na san here about the Messi Ronaldo fan. No mon ko boa Asia for no empeja Asian League no so kakra. I think say it will be a fantastic move. And now Benyeska once almost on be man ne sika no be so ache Ronaldo bebre
the highest paid
in the world. But me no nanka me hwe from angle said on patriotic point of view Messi do Barcelona do maybe now onim say how 700 and something thousand pounds a week. Yeah, no 1 million Barcelona before he left. 1 million pounds sterling a week. Nti Messi is loaded. I think say nka baby I do nka oye me a ka what I would do is I'll go back home and give my best to the league in Argentina just for my countrymen to also feel me na on a nationalistic and yeah complete. But hey, whatever he decides because Major League Soccer na Saudi funds here so maybe he might decide to go for money. Manchester United na me diwi we saw mo pe Hurricane omo pe Mohamed Kudus or Concalo Ramos. Omo pe omo miensa na say Hurricane between Hurricane Kane ni Kudus and now Concalo ni Kudus.
Concalo be other
option to Kane.
Yeah, by Kane no the omo pe no na
so na omo priority.
And Kudus
number 10.
But other option be Concalo.
So omo enya Kudus a.
Omo enya Kane.
Omo enya Kane yes so no na omo mienu na strikers. I also medical can I'm saying Ross and Rich me can say Hurricane abebo Englander. I strongly believe that he's going to play in a Manchester United shirt. Chelsea, Manchester City doesn't want Hurricane anymore because of Erling Braut Haaland. And Bayern Munich also want him. Real Madrid also want him. And to say suitors now, Chelsea, Bayern, Real, and then Man U. But so better in England, like I said, Tottenham, it will be difficult for Tottenham to sell almost priceless asset to Chelsea because of the rivalry. Manchester United almost share classic akra distantly muwa and so Tottenham ni Manchester United have a good rapport when it comes to player sales. So I wouldn't be surprised say how much Chabua to us some of us 100 million pounds.
Yeah,
100 million pounds. Yeah.
But I'm for almost 80.
Manchester na di 80 ko. But Tottenham wants 100. Manchester na prepare 80 million bid. And na make count ha say mo mun ko no mun san soro Papa Daniel Levy. He's one of the ugly guys. I'm using ugly. Yes, I know what time. He's one of the ugly guys when it comes to negotiation. Well, yeah, well, crazy.
Why do you want to use the word ugly? one of the best negotiators.
No, you can play around with words.
One of the best negotiators.
No, just say
No.
Kalu, English language.
Just use the word the best negotiator.
English language.
Or this guy they bought the team as ugly.
No, when it comes to negotiations, or you're one of the ugliest in the game. Just say or to say kakai.
The best in the game.
Oh, you can use it the other way. You don't have to always use positive. You can go the affirmative way to make it interesting. What I said, he's one of the ugly. But when we use negative word in a positive way, what I say, we use negative say about negotiations or it means that or kakai or one of the finest, if not the finest. What I said, that's what I mean. It's what I'm saying is that Manchester United pa 1,500 no kotopono Hurricane ye player 100 na moto Anthony we kra moto on say
na ya kasa moto de say omo na
Anthony we kra moto say Anthony e bia ono maye language Manchester me say omo
say this is the second time. Manchester.
No. Say we American. Only near alphabet ni mo ha.
Nti sometimes come catch you say me Manchester ni.
Me say omoton say. Maybe say Anthony omoton say.
Me Manchester go.
Thank you.
Obi sa Nash.
Timothy Ska we create me ato.
Nash 7 up.
What Timothy Ska we ato Anthony na say Hurricane say 100 million pounds sterling na say mo fan kwa. Mo ntena we na mo tena na buy money kana say I think the Hurricane, I wanted him to still be in the league, but it depends on what Manchester United decides to do, because him say Chelsea there, it will be extremely difficult for us to get him. Kalu, the only match I make us suffer over this weekend, now me make us suffer was Sporting Arena, no, Manchester City and Liverpool. It's a game that every soccer the only game. Want me for some me can me ask and me akon. Me choose them pay. The only game that I want to talk about is City and Liverpool. I think say a quite a cagey game. A lot of significance. What I say? Because one, Liverpool is trying to get into the top 4, and any setback will give Tottenham and Newcastle more gap over Liverpool. So Liverpool really need 3 points way. And we know how Manchester City is also on the heels of Arsenal for the EPL crown. Nti also nim say or drop points against Liverpool pe Arsenal be san yeden ahobo akwaja no. Se see gap near how many points? 5 points.
Echo
8. Oh, Echo 8 the NSL League in Nigeria. Echo 8 with no outstanding match. Wow. Now me no, Kalu say 5 because Arsenal show outstanding match no. About 2 and Arsenal show outstanding match na me boy. Like I say about 2, let me just check it quickly. Now yeah, share
69-61.
8 points.
Yeah.
How many games played?
But Man City
outstanding game.
Outstanding game.
Yeah. Intina my because I say na City ball I think say almost boy FA Cup no. Once Manchester United near ading na mo sa weekend before international.
Well, Manchester say almost 26 games.
Manchester
United. City about 27 games. Manchester United.
Yeah, Arsenal about 28. Man United crowd. No, Man City about 27. Man United now about 26.
Yeah, 20 and 28. Then Newcastle 26.
And Man United crowd almost 2 outstanding games.
Yeah.
Almost 2 outstanding games. And Liverpool is about 26. So Liverpool has a chance of getting into the top 4 easily if they can make it up this weekend. So Kalu, it's going to be an interesting game. Manchester City near Liverpool anytime on Bishabiano a KG encounter. Regardless of Manchester or Manchester City or Liverpool position on which more than Jurgen Klopp, this is one of the games he admonishes a lot, and I know it's going to be a very KG encounter. Reading from BBC Team News, almost say Erling Braut Haaland is doubtful because of groin injury. Until when Timian call international duty with Norway, so he's a doubt. But I don't know say will recover in time because Minya da jinti Pep Guardiola a pre-match, but BBC might have picked it up. Normally, team news number and Phil Foden. So they said they name no remove an appendix into surgery. So Phil Foden is automatically out. And Abrante Darwin Núñez, my player, is in contention because or withdraw from Uruguay squad because of a cut on his ankle. Onya cut into a withdrawal from squad. But according to report, just BBC just said he could be back to play for your friend is saying Liverpool. And then Thiago Navigator, Calvin Ramsey, Amunina sideline. I don't know when Thiago is going to be back. Oto akokra the tattoo no. So Oto player now so say what they akokra na betonwa. The tattoo no. So I think say it's going to be an interesting game. But unim so share head to head Kalu. Liverpool vie to complete a Premier League double against City for the third time, having done so in 2005 and then 2015-16. First round,
First round, was it 1-0 or not 2?
Mu winnie, right? So it's the same Etihad, right? Okay. And BBC say more try some more double because Mushe City. I know I'm saying 3-2. Mushe City for the third. More person Mushe City for the third time. Back to back. So let's hope somebody to me. The Reds we are 19 points behind opponents in the table. The most they have trailed City immediately before facing them in the Premier League. Inti Muni City Mboya omo atwemu 19 points say bida. This is the first time City is so able to win 4 consecutive league matches for the first time this year. Omo ntumi win matches mako 9 yeden. Kaluti omo win matches mako 9 to aso. So what you say?
The show 1-0.
1-0. Yeah. Omo win matches 4 into aso this season. They are trying to do so in the EPL for the very first time. Pep Guardiola side now winning 25 of their previous
October 16, 2022.
Yeah. And Pep winning 25 of 27 home matches in the league. And we'll lose 1 or draw 1 this year. And in the home, the invisibility is there. A 6 consecutive clean sheet in all competitions would equal their club record. Someone to me and for ball and throw Martina. No more ball 6 matches. I will be to me for ball and to Martina. Our recorded last time they recorded that was in December, I think November, December 2020. And just like I said, Haaland has 42 competitive goals in 37 games for City. Just crazy, phenomenal, unbelievable. You know, the only player one team more in a season for Premier League club, Ruud van Nistelrooy, 2002-2003, and Mohamed Salah, 2017-18. Salah share 44 for Nistelrooy share 44 for United, and Salah so ebeye nenyadua. Omunyina obi share 44 respectively for the club. So I think that something is brewing. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a KG encounter. Like I said, Liverpool are in danger of losing 3 consecutive fixtures in all competitions without scoring for the first time. Someone to me and Shegoa. And it is more important for Liverpool than I would say it is for City. And yes, in here City, in here 2 teams in now, but Liverpool are championship aspirations and getting into the top 4 depends largely on this game. Someone lose the 3 points at stake. I bet Tottenham Newcastle because you see more outstanding. But the Barca on the Tottenham them some more about 27. And now we must so about 27. All the other teams, I'm say Momu only 2 games over Arsenal. I'm about 28. What I say? Yeah, it's very important. Say Kalu, mobile try say Mulusu match we because okay Tottenham about 28, so that's a good thing. Tottenham about 28, Newcastle and about 26. Newcastle and Munyina about the same number of games. Into Newcastle and so 47 points. Or lead him say 5 points. What I say? It must have drop extra 3. Now say Newcastle to me share over this weekend. It is going to be a big blow for
so 2 games.
They also have 2 games and they are leading you 5 points. What I say? That's the point I'm trying to make. When you standing into I had to say Newcastle, and say and the young fan say only a pet and only do 5 points. And it's a lose no Sancha or Gabo 8 points. And or 2 are standing, or also 2 are standing. So it is going to be critical and crucial. And we are in the run into the league. Teams are more relegation will be fighting fiercely for survival. What I say? It's a very crucial encounter. Very crucial encounter. The 2 tactical brains will come into effect. But it will be some said when the Beshenas will be person to chacha. I think tomorrow City will beat Liverpool. That's what my instinct tells me. And upon all the analysis that I've made, considering the whole matches Liverpool, City, I think City will carry the day tomorrow.
Okay. Upon national now to say, or don't know this same. I said about politics, wait me the enough from advertising from now answer now your call.
Into okay for commercial break akraba.
Okay. I'm gonna call commercial break.
Now they will be free. Masa, any day.
Masa, even though Liverpool for me for Masa, but with me, City good me so. A Kenyan boy.
Oh, sir, no there.
Yeah, and I'm meeting Liverpool for your trip.
Sir, omo there.
I almost said it before. Of course, from prayer, Liverpool question.
Oh, sir, opinion there. Me them my drink children into so they are well respected, but as to say bebem ni asem. So pension oba me ashemu radio so akamani beje pa. Oba me ashemu aka.
Oh, very bad thing. Liverpool go very much.
So enya pa no ne de kan na officer Manchester United mo ko bo nam nim se be shemo 7
me say on say ena dey so mu ni say is it for no enya dey oda first e say football tia ku oda dey fra no e bi so abetia no e say say o timo ya ade it no just say we are Liverpool for that any ticket to go with my chair for mo ka afọ mu edi o din ko mu ni da yeah, this is what you go back. If we are Liverpool, it's a
Ojo ose ebere.
Let's see about everything situation. President Karisa, the only time I support Karisa, I don't know. So I make time because you be your party as a case of and yet now all got there. 54 you know, possible, sir.
Oh, maybe per my analysis, no, I come to that conclusion. Until you're also entitled to your opinion, but as to whether I like your conviction. I hope I ain't shame. Who be him? Oh, you're there.
Me say I say show mu 2-0. See I Liverpool was just go 2-0 now.
Okay, but why now go do am yan shem dia o dia ya tie da se.
I am you go go fiam.
I say opa bon shem, the opa so boku bia mo betu akọ.
Oh yeah, na make am so I ready there. Ojo, so I ready there. You bet me a shame live. Ojo.
That's what free say.
I was Johnny. We Bema also my ready. I ain't shame. No, I said I to know Johnny. As Obama Obama man come for. A man a bomb in some mama. Hey, brother, who could go do? No, they are to swear Johnny. Massa.
Okay, yeah, that home after an announcement we have
announcement
announcement
you could 3 classes eja befa buzi ase bra obechiri
ya da ho aba ya ba ya de aka bebe 12 so tibenyi kasa fidie ni fia be ba sia.
When you thinking of a party and wedding or locations, just tend to the one and best in town. Gold Coast Catering and take down a taste of excellence in style. We've got African, Oriental and continental cuisines, so make a date with us and rush. Call to place your order now and let's send you reels down. Gold Coast, a taste of excellence. So call us anytime. We will deliver. So make a date with us and rush. budget is too small. Gold Coast is all you need. Gold Coast, essence of excellence.
Na ope and when you so here on to sa mo dem free Ghana ba na mo ni so ai mo hyehyehye
enti mo ni restaurant papa bia menya bia no pedie wo ho woni me same de se menya fufuo anasa benku andi da krokro ano a ati se de mebuada
na no na won kama me mfa wonko Anochi Chrome African American Restaurant.
Anochi Chrome African American Restaurant.
Exactly.
Me de me pedie no boni bia be sa amenu mu
eno ti na me de wo kwa Anochi Chrome African American Restaurant na wa mo aduane pebi ti say fufuo benku TZ chiozafi papa bi wache red eni suya a confirm abanga star dokuno ne nchinamu a ne hyeto papa bi so ka ho afa Ghana nsa papa bi ti say ensa fufuo ejapia betes golda star and afa club bi eyibi wo benya bi atwetwa de abawaduane so
sani nyina bi wo ho na wo ba ya che
Anochi Chrome African American Restaurant ba ye 14 years ni na waji abasobode be se edu mekire best African American Restaurant e wo New England
ena de be ti bi Chrome Ghana aduane ama me hwa tome
Anochi Chrome African American Restaurant e wo number 687 Millbury Street, Worcester, Massachusetts. Freni enfo aduane mra ba bia wo e wo 508-753-8471. Fax nso eye 508-459-7880. Anochi Chrome African American Restaurant.
Ya tu kwayo na fie bia ni unya bi mpo na wadi menia ye ba ye saa ye didi nnuane ya bia na moaye nanso America ha de se wo pe ba bia benya fie nnuama no aduane ni wadi ama ho atode a ene na ye ba bi ba ko pe Faith Marketplace ho ene ye ton Ghana nnuane kobi enwo bode banche kontomre entos enyadoa mako adwene amane ensisawa ene nnuama a wo betumi dia ye nkwan adi ama ho atowo ene tumi na biribi te se enwo prekese emre dawa enwa kwa susua hwentia ene yakakaduro nyina sɛ de yenya no Ghana no a me se wo benya bayire bode mankani more ani konkonte Faith Marketplace ɛhɔ ne ne ma no akodi dwada bia nyoma bia wo hia ɛyɛ fie nyoma abɛyɛ aduane de Faith Marketplace Worcester MA01605 196 Lincoln Street Frawanom 774-535-5188 508-410-1794 abusia ene ya medase papa afen na me be feel say ni go fie
Sabuche for wo ba wedding live and colored.
Ye tune Musa Kotoka Airport. Me how pass se ani anaduna ye belande no. Eni ye hu nyoma bebebe. Ebusiafo nso na edi kan kokomasi. Why na be fine? Ehe ne ye beda.
Relax. Prince Tour. Boga bia downfall. Busi free plane mo na bus papa train de wa kokomasi. Tunyane takrade. Ho ni Ghana fanan bia opese woko. Omo de obesi opna no pe. Ebuane so da for mama. Nkwa betimi achata ba sama ho.
Is that so?
That's simple. Free. And now WhatsApp +233-27443-7958 and now +233-20125-6289. Buki Prime Store CCA. Every kotoka edikosi wopnano. Prime Store de wobeko.
Prime Store, safe, convenient, and affordable.
Anywhere you there, I go there.
Asamas Trading. Efie beye da. Asamas Trading. Eduane beye da. Asamas Trading. Sa wuti Worcester bonte so ha na wuto niema na mfiri Asamas Trading a ene wa fom kwan. Sa wo pe niema pa eye Ghana ne abimemu eniema ye de ye aduane. Ema aduane ye dem afie ye akono. Na enye Asamas Trading na wuto afiri amese wa fom kwan. Ahana enuane ahodo ne enam. Afiri Ghana ne abibrem aman ahodo. Ebedu Worcester ha no. Ye ye ne kama ne ton fofo fofofo ɛdeɛ na wopato ɛyɛ adwene akranteɛ akokɔ anaasɛ turkey a yɛawo no ama kobi papa bi ɛyɛ dwanam akokɔ nam ɛyɛ fish nantwinam beef ananam bia a wopɛ a yɛahyehyɛ n'adaka mu kama no ɛyɛ asamas trading ɛna wobɛnya no ɛno akyi wopɛ koko bayerɛ anaa biribia a yɛde no aduane wɔ fie a asamas trading ɛna ade w'ani bɛkyerɛ na deɛ akɔ no na ɛde wɔ mu ne sɛ wɔn mo nneɛma nyinaa yɛ fofofo wobɛtumi de EBT anaa food stamps atɔ nneɛma fofofo ɛfiri asamas trading ɛwɔ 1084 Main Street Worcester Massachusetts wɔyɛ adwuma firi anapa nɔnwɔtwe ɛkɔsi anwummerɛ nɔnwɔtwe dwuada kɔsi memenda biara enti da biara pɛ sɛ wodi dwa no wobɛtumi akɔ asamas trading anaa frɛn 508-796-5117 anaa 508-615-2097 asamas trading yɛma wɔdwadie yɛ fofofo
Asampa yetia Obanyansafo so wo bunuya wonka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa asopeme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Omani ya mamana Bini baby ako Wachata ya wareni Wonsom wanini pa Kasadi pa wofe oye Yama yembera ye Ebe ya ifuyana Oma ya umano Oma ya memana Kati waya nora Yamitata Yemana renya Wonso wanini pa Sawa ya wanabe Yama yembera ye
Dama mo bibia kwa bakase biom wasu afe na ochima fidie na to a Unity Radio 103.9 anopa bosuo no na yede ebro no yede sports statement no akwakokugu ya bebetie sibo political political arena na afia ho etwetwenkomo na bibia tumi akonkan balance na ebeko politics no enka bo ba ko bi mu bi ewo mu ma me kopo no fa ma wi a na afei ya ba be etwetwenkomo po akwabe
asenkabo
ade tonde
ye won kaibo ne wa
ade tonde
esa uchimi
ade tonde
akalu ye de asede ma Dream Africa Market mo 369 Bencoach Street said me kan no ene Africa stores na doson ti uton yo ma make sure say ube rurum na apede ne ma na den efu emuye na ko store no so hu say store no mu hwam ho ye kama ebi mu ho a owura ho abonso be ode perfume kakra gragu obe pie na oho de mecha no nti bra Dream Africa Market or 369 Benco Street yellow rice jasmine ne boafo chen ba bia oba ho ni nyina obenya bia to omo 369 Benco Street ho na be Dream Africa Market ne emphasize bi Emma Dr. Kwabi Scientific Care say ene wachi bramu wachi kase usisi ukon pain bia wotena sia wo bransa na watumi asori atene mu a bacho ene Dr. Kwabi enkasa Kwabi Scientific Care omoso etayechi ana edi dwumadie no edi ebre eti for 371 Pleasant Street so wo pain bia mu a wo de Fred Dr. Kwabi na obejo so na wabo papa na waye adwuma na che since 2017 nti Fred Kwabi na omwo se fa se wonam pain mu pa dia but he's the best person. 774-386-5640. The number ni bio 774-386-5640. Ofre Kwabi Scientific Care. Obejo so na bibia so etumi akọ nkan. Omuso ebo enchidom etayechi ena omodi dwumadi edi omotayechi me di dwumadi edi ebre en etiefo. Enye omo a anke ni baby dam se kalu omo aka ne de ewadi ka bo mo adwaton de nti ebetumi ade esio bade yanka etiefo se ebo no mienu a eye COVID and flu vaccine clinic ekoso ewo 870 Main Street so you obi a unyango vaccine no anase flu shot unyango obi a na pese wo a mpacho akwanya bade amount free of charge nya de agiska oba so be wo vaccine ni mu bia na yamount $75 gift card. $75 gift card. Anochi krum ewie obesan serve free lunch for bia obeba ho bia free lunch. Ena groceries ombesa distribute groceries edwadie o ma hihye niam anuane e bag ma eno so ba ye de bi ohia bia betumi agibi se bia open snap application so ba betumi aye no ho oyo bia o qualify for food and monetary assistance and snap no ni na ba mpenfo ho betumi aboa na waye bi ohia appointment bia eno an se obe walk in eko Nana Maswa Ajemfra 870 Main Street ne ho no na dwumadie no ekoso like I say enne twam na wa ma the rest of the programs no mbeto aso aye no weekly but and then omoma $75 gift card into betumi akwa flu shot free vaccine free said yin nim say ngis card da no na ya ma $75 gift card na ya san amount anochi kroma aduane edi free lunch na ya san amount groceries. So here electric or light bill bia usika sem wo form ntimi ntua wadwuma wo ye wo form bia untimi ntua ye single mother single father na unemployed and I say partially employed I mean part time ni nyina no omo betumi aboa wo but o se o pese omo ma electric bill assistance no dia o ba number 1 for why dibra na omo bi here last for of your social security ena de kire se oye adwuma ana onye adwuma proof of so oye adwuma de a na odi bia o pay star ba ku bia oje na no na de ko but say onye adwuma de a you tell them say onye adwuma no de only income you don't have to prove na ena copy of your electric bill na ne be mo ehun ka odi no mo tua ma nti we no nyina ekoso ene ewo eye 870 Main Street so open further details bia betumi afre Masola Jimfra 508-926-8875 508-926-8875 na oneno akasa nti we ya COVID and flu vaccine clinic ekoso from 6 months ekobia akolabia to me from nkwadabre mako mpenefo hobia to me obi kala
okay well that's it pam afei yantinsim ewo political arena eho na yaba beji nkomo no na nkomo be na aba nkomo be na esi nkomo esi ni se LGBTQ issues no so ekoso
LGBTQ
why they ekoso I plus no ekoso yipa na o GTV ara GBC lawyer Moses Fuamoni ene professor Tachiwa Menu omunya banta bi ho na ade bi reho the sign na nika na mami ko kache Moses say oye no junior na Moses say oye mi junior say eno kwa de me nko o de mebo yira ma wetie
I'm interested I want to listen
mebo ma wetie na fe Kenya as so president
onim say German journalist
and
also ko interview no just I say ade no mo ba na mo to so
Kenya president Fe William Ruto ono so aka say onekro mu de omo de bema onim say bema eba ne ware enye bema ne ware ana oba ne ware nti ono so voice bi o ha eno so ye bebo na okọ parliament wo so a papa ye fe no jemakpo Roxiness jemakpo ono so say you know when they have beto me pass the bill on the parliament na say akufado
the mafiapo
yeah
I'm say onona only the bill no
Saturday for parliament member
yeah me say parliament but me can say anti-gay bill no yeah
well can be say ono so the nsema betuja na ono so points bi a make you say o twa adwan so say udisa ejamba sem na eno na bia ho betumi ato adwan mu ama do akwakotom ana say ebe prison eno so ebe do abeka ho nsem bebre ana parliamentary committee so I say omo hwe say controversial anti LGBTQI no bill no plus no more say omo de be pass na bibia tumi akọ enkan eti eno nu nsem bebra aka yede bomba wodi nya kwakoye LGBTQI hu sensem pass hu sensem ti ma me ni kan na me nko Moses wo na me nko bo ne banter with Professor Techiwa Menu on sensem na mbra omo fero no mo interview no wo GBC na no premier na babbo Kenya de no na fe de aka na to aso ti ben you afide ni fi ase ye ba sisi a
you're prepared for me. That's fine. So I'm asking that I'm a boxing connoisseur. So let's get it on. I mean, next week, Friday, over the date that she wants, I will meet her. In the best tradition of the bar, she says that I'm her junior. So what? Madam, I wouldn't have responded to this, but that's fine. I don't know when you were called to the bar. But I was called to the bar in 1990, almost 34 years ago. So if 34 years ago doesn't mean anything at the bar, then I don't think that you have an appreciation of the best tradition at the bar. By God's grace, I was trained by one of the best lawyers this country has ever had. I don't know what practice that you have had. So what do you mean by I'm your junior at the bar? So what?
Ms. Amoni,
okay.
Now that you've responded to one aspect.
To me. My dear, look, you've left her to make these statements against me.
And we give you an opportunity to also respond.
Please, listen to me, yes. So don't cut me. You listen, you were sitting on the television, you watch her making these disparaging comments about me, you never tried to correct her, so allow me to speak. Believe me, I'm saying let's get it on next week. She has said a number of things. First of all, she says, oh, we have an agenda. Really? You don't have an agenda? You think we don't know those who are behind you? By the way, a doctor mentioned retired Supreme Court judges who looked at our law. I can give you even the names of members of the bar who looked at our law. And they are very proud members of the bar, right? We are not afraid to show those who are supporting this. We were talking about, if they are pedophilia, then they can be arrested. Do you know what homosexuals do? What are the practices of homosexuals? A lady of your age, you are saying that a man should take his penis and push it through the anus. Is the anus the orifice for sex? Madam, I'm asking you, Professor, is the anus the orifice for sex? And you're saying that, we already have them in our society. Of course we did have them in our society, but we never encouraged it. If you say you are an anthropologist, you should know that. Show me, I don't know where you come from in Ghana, but I will challenge you to show me the place where you come from in Ghana, me and you. Kafiri Kadoche, we will go there to your village. I am a Santi man from Cape Coast. My mother is from Cape Coast, my father is from Agnodobi. We will go to your hometown, Professor, I've forgotten your name. We will go to your hometown and we will argue over there and we'll see what your people will think of you. How can you say that our culture accepts a thing like this? That a man should take his penis and put it through his fetus? And a lesbian, what do lesbians do? You tell me. Lesbians open their vagina and people put all sorts of implements there. Look, let me share this with you. You're saying that it is a hate bill, it is a hate bill. By your demeanor, I feel very sorry for you, trust me. Because I have spent my money and we have built a holistic sexual therapy system. We're spending thousands of cedis on people who are into this business. The church has supported us. So we don't hate anybody. The hundreds of them come to us. 99% of them that we test, they are HIV positive. So don't sit there and tell me it is a private matter. Of course it is not private. When they get into these difficulties, we are the ones that receive them. Dr. Apia could be sitting there. He's dealing with people. He says, we put intersex. Really? You don't even know. As I said, we have deleted it from the law. In any case, who are intersex people? Do you deal with intersex people? We are dealing with intersex people as I speak. We are taking them through our medical system and we're going to take them through surgery. This poor young lady who cannot even go to school. That is the way what we are doing to respond to the problem. So don't tell us that, we hate. This is a hate bill. Hate bill from where? Who hates who? Look at you sitting down there telling us that we hate. We who are spending the money to cater for these people who need help, who are challenged. And then you are saying, let them do everything they want to do in their private, even if they're putting their penis through feces. How can that can be medically right. Do you know the pain that people go through?
Please allow Mr. Moni to make his point, and then we'll get ahead.
People incontinent, people who put on pampers. Have you seen a homosexual before? I am asking you, are you a homosexual yourself? Are you a lesbian? Have you seen any homosexual before? Do you know what lesbians do? Do you know what lesbians do? People are having sex through the anus. They're having sex with animals. And you are telling us that, oh, that is fine. You are an anthropologist. Really? Anthropology that allows a man to put his penis through feces. A bitty fumu. Is that right? And when we have come together and you are saying, oh, it is coming from abroad, says who? Look, this legislation has nothing to do with World Congress of Families. The Congress that was held here, let me tell you, we funded their trip here, if you get to know. We paid for their trip here. This legislation was drafted by us, has nothing to do with anybody. And look, you probably, as I said, you always talk and you say you've read the legislation. Have you read the part that says that if somebody verbally assaults or physically assaults a gay or persons engaged in the offenses that are created under the legislation, those people will be punished? Have you read that aspect of the law? Have you read the aspect of the law that says that there will be care, treatment, and support for people who get involved in this sort of thing? And that during trial, investigation, sentencing, and even when they're in prison, if they recant or they realize that, oh, we have a problem, so we need help, that there will be care, treatment, and support for such people? Are you aware of it? You haven't read the law, and you are just saying, oh, it is a hate bill. Who hates who? I am sorry, don't worry. We will do this again. And I'm telling you, we probably will not do it in GBC. We will go to your hometown. I am challenging you on television. Tell us where you come from. I come from Cape Coast. We can go to Cape Coast. I will mount the stage. Tell me where you come from. We will go to your village. And then we will mount the debate over there. Me and you, Kaviri Kedochi.
Okay. Lawyer Moses Swamoni, one Professor Emerita Professor Techua Menu Omobanta no emra na interview no ewo GBC and GTV emra no only did gomo about LGBTQI plus one sense no yanko Kenya so president before William Ruto also the sense bi atudwa emra na German journalist bi interview no about LGBTQ who says seven no papa no so sema okan na afi yemetwa enkomo twetwe no so.
By touching on an issue that has been the source of some international controversy, the LGBT issue, which in East Africa, many East African countries, has been controversial. Just recently, the neighboring country of Uganda introduced very draconian legislation, which caused quite an outcry internationally. Do you have a feeling that Uganda has gone too far with its legislation?
I am Kenyan, so I'm sure Ugandans can speak for themselves. I can only tell you about Kenya and what Kenya as a country and me as a leader, we've taken the position that the provisions of the Constitution as it is today, the provisions of the law as it is today, we allow other countries to do what they want to do. We cannot dictate to Germans or Americans or French or Ugandans on what they want to do. That's theirs to choose. For us as a country, we have taken a position, and that position is informed by our culture, our tradition, our constitution, and our laws.
But those laws do date back to the colonial era in some cases, and critics outside would say, well, LGBT rights are an intrinsic part of human rights, which are internationally recognized. Do you recognize that? Do you see that the rights of LGBT people are intrinsically a question of human rights, which are universal, or do you feel that it is simply something that it is for each country to decide?
The Kenyan Constitution is a 2010 constitution. In fact, it was celebrated as the most progressive constitution, providing especially the chapter on human rights and the rights of people and the extent of the protection of rights of people that is enshrined in the Constitution. And in that context, in the formulation of that Constitution, the people of Kenya spoke expressly as to what kind of rights and to what extent everybody can enjoy their rights without infringing on the rights of others. In Kenya, the only understanding of relationships around marriage is around men marrying women. That's the context of a relationship that exists in Kenya and exists in our constitution and is provided for in our constitution. And it can happen elsewhere. We have no issue with people celebrating their issues in America and in other countries. That is their choosing.
Just very briefly, I mean, it was really just a blink of an eye also in Europe, in the United States, that marriage was only between a man and a woman as well. It's a very short time. Do you think that will never come in Kenya, or you think maybe it will just come but in a longer period of time?
I cannot tell you. I cannot stretch my imagination that far. Maybe we can leave it here for now and see what happens in the future.
Kenya President Paul Ruto, William Ruto, on Sema or the Kenya. See, Kenya, omo constitution in the omo yenani 2010 ya na baby oha and the aesthetic categorically say human rights obi human rights no aesthetic in that law. But for me call parliamentarian of South Day, I no Roxanne Nelson Demapa. On so I didn't say I can me person me can count on the because you have bobo me and kind on sema on so the ababe to edwan. Also the member of parliament for South Day, Roxanne Nelson Demapo has through the refused the session of President Nana Akufo Akufo-Addo that the proper Human Sexual Rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill 2021 anti-LGBTQI plus bill has been substantially modified. According to him, the final draft of the anti-LGBTQ bill, which has now been laid before Parliament, remains essentially the same as the draft submitted to the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of the Parliament. Speaking in an interview on Joy News on Thursday, monitored by Ghana Web, the MP added that the only variation is the change in the name of the bill and then reduction in the number of years for offenders to 3 years to match the existing sentencing laws. That he claimed the bill has been modified is a big lie. Or see, the president has been misadvised. The Attorney General brought an advice in the form of memo, just like the other 150 persons and the CSOs who have sent memos. The president said there have been substantial changes. We propose the bill. If we say proper human values and it's changed to human sexual rights and family values, is that significant? That is immaterial. We propose 5 years as penalty, but the existing law says it should be 3, and that is not any drastic change because you will still be in prison for engaging in conduct like this, he said. The MP went on to list some of the clauses in the final draft anti-LGBTQ bill, which the Parliament is expected to debate and pass today, Friday, March 31st, 2023. If you go to clause 3, a person commits an offense if the person A names or purposes to marry a person who is the of the same sex as that person. B, knowingly marries or purposes to marry anybody who has undergo gender or sex reassignment, except in the case of a person who has undergone a surgical procedure to correct a biological anomaly, including intersex. C, marriage or purposes to marry any animal or an object. D, hold out as a lesbian, a gay, transgender, transsexual, bisexual, online, non-binary, and all the categories under the LGBTQI plus concept. And also, say that presidency changes about changes on the who say, oh, you will say, I send it, first, now a proper human, proper human sexual rights. They say about proper human sexual rights. And no matter sana di abam. Na on the who says changes in fact she embamu into modification of president candidate on the who was a proper human values. And there's so much changing like a human sexual rights and family values. And no, or the other because first some proposes say and could be any money and more and 5 years. But then say abam say Omoka says will be a money on 3 years mum instead of the 5 years. Yes, and the Mako Pona and send me and say, I did 2 days, or Chena Jinafi, and Komaka Chino, Yadi Sosu Nafi, a BA phone lines, I'm a tear for almost so much. Moses for morning, Kenya President William Ruto, and Demapo, Parliament Saturday.
He's one of the proponents of the this bill. Or no, Sam George Munina Kauna pushing for this bill to come into effect. But I'm say I can't LGBTQ once I've already stated my position. So I feel say Kalwana me send video be my own. Krumha I start back yeah.
Or say I'm a cat. I'm a cat.
Thank you. I wish some can be to me. Yeah, so be to me about illustration quicker. Nanka I'm okay because we've been talking about this for quite some time. So sometimes repeat unya divergent views. So I'm on for Kasasa and I will touch base as you get the audio ready. I'll touch base on the Kenyan president and Asamokan. Kaluya Drew maybe one big celebrity in America also has an audio. I think himself also cross and send them out. Or can I say, so also be gay now only problem. But don't go to schools and be teaching and be orienting other children, other people's kids. Don't go and be teaching them. They are my children. Me na yesa me all right to say me bringing me back up the way. What you said? Me pay. So also why you don't have the right to be teaching my kid gayism, any lesbianism. But I think that is just by the way. Ghana issue now here can see here. Unse o share now what sign who say because of Nanado minimum the Nanado aye to the international body. Kaluwa who say omo dinidian bonyum. Misani sa audio ni ma. Yeah, wasi wabo gay nyum. Oda media no ode waboge edwuma de Nanado edian bonyum. So waboge nyum enra me Sunday BBC CNN for headline the bro so kan ye
the
be phone line too yeti enwum na ye de Nanado de oye ntihwe se artist oditi LGBTQ member in USA makes it strong to thank Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Listen.
Well, there's still work to be done. You know, we're working on this thing in Ghana right now because there's a lot of persecution of LGBTQI+. Well, there's still work to be done. You know, we're working on this thing in Ghana right now because there's a lot of persecution of LGBTQI+ people in Ghana. So I've done a song where I'm singing to the president. I sing, Nana Akufo-Addo. It's in the song. I've used him in the song.
And have you finished that?
It's online. It's
and
been.
Do you know? Has he heard it? Do you know?
I hope so. Mr. Nana Akufo-Addo, I sing to you. All love is true. I sing to you. You know it too. How can it be he don't love me? I hope he hears it.
Wow. And man, that voice is, you still got
it. So baby echo. LGBTQ community no I embrace you Hussein Anado Eji Adienatum CNN for headline Troy. I sent it to a sorry penny enra. This is how it reads. CNN for Himpo. Oh, M7 se phones near 20. Me send the crowd. Me send the headline now. You don't check your WhatsApp because I sent it to you. Me very positive. Me send them on Me send them a sorry penny cry. Or say, Uti. Or say Ghana's president softens country stance on draconian anti-LGBTQI bill as Kamala Harris visits. Into CNN for say Nanado wa good in name ewo oman no yigina bre ewo sa LGBTQI conversation because of Kamala Harris a visit. Baby, do you see this are some of the things I know can say so we president I will lead nipa enti di nipa no se omo pe no na wa ya amomo se ba ye na kalu Ghana fo nyina majority say ye ne de ho ye nyina ye pesa de na the president has no say. What did they make? Yeah, you do what the people want for them. And you can see you see your cultures, your values, your orientations, your national values, and your traditions, your constitution, BBATia, into yempe. Into nana de yesre wa ni senka obeka che Kamala. On se Kalusha. Sadia we ananado ye na asa reignite our conversation we. Ade ananado ye no na asa akofa sadia we die nansen. But nanado response and as I reignite to the point so say Amrano Crano, baby a very winning na yasesa holding na may you honor free my say and Adamafia Ponso Cassa it is not true. Maybe Nanado has been misinformed. What I said. So the point I'm trying to make in this Kalu, ya can't we can't.
My son, my men, kind so I say, oh, you sure?
Yes, send me send him on ra. Yeah. Inti I'm rofuning na onukra we the oye na na akofo adono ono.
Well, there's still work to be done.
It's in the UK. UK artist or you gay. And our sister say na nado agye atuma ne sa no waye nwom de na nado din afra. Na so wote okay. Na maame na wo ka no. Omu ko school. I to say certain parents and teachers more illustration. Now listen to what she said.
Graham.
Hello, my name is Lindsey Graham and I am a cat. Meow meow. I'm not a woman dressed as a cat. I am a cat. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe and confess that I'm a cat? Great. By show of hands, I'm curious, how many of you believe that your child or a child from this school would believe that I'm actually a cat? No one. You are right. Why? Because you are not stupid, and these children are not stupid. Truth prevails over imagination. Reality exists. Discernment is innate and something we are biologically wired to have. One look at me and you know this to be true. I am a woman posing as a cat. You may also think correctly that if I truly believe I'm a cat, I have a mental disorder. If I suffer from a mental disorder, and if I am unable to discern reality, am I safe to be around children? Would you put me in charge of making critical decisions about the safety and well-being of children? And about the direction of their education when I cannot even discern truth from fiction? Confession. I'm not actually a cat, guys, just because I say I am. You've not agreed to or committed to addressing me as a cat simply because I demand it. No tail, whiskers, or outfit makes me a cat. Just like no lipstick, high heels, or long hair makes him a man, a woman. It is just as biologically impossible for me to become a cat as it is for a man to be a woman. and you have one job as members of this school board, and it's defined as this. School board members are responsible for broad, forward-thinking, minute analysis and decisive action in all areas that affect students and staff in their schools. I ask you, do you believe that the actions of a grown man playing dress up as a woman affects the students and staff positively or negatively? A public school is not the place for social experiments in altered realities or gender ideologies. It is not the place to celebrate a grown man with a mental illness, dressing as a woman, and teaching kids lies. Children come to school to learn facts and truths about reality, including unchanging biological truths about science and nature, not to learn that they can change biological realities and become anything they want in the name of diversity. What you're actually doing is worse than just lying to our kids. You're forcing them to be participants in your lie, in your charade. You're forcing them to deny what they see with their eyes, and you're forcing them to speak lies. I ask you again, am I a cat? And if you say no, then the mindset must be aligned with your discernment across the board. By allowing a falsity to be displayed and paraded around the school, you teach children that truth is not existent, facts are not real, and biology is a lie. You fail at your job, your only job, by confusing children and teaching them untruths, and to coddle a grown man playing dress up as a woman. To be displayed and paraded around the school, you teach children that truth is not existent, facts are not real, and biology is a lie. You fail at your job, your only job, by confusing children and teaching them untruths, and to coddle a grown man playing dress up as a woman. If you were to address me as a cat right now, it's as ridiculous as when you say Miss Bixler and a grown man's voice comes thundering over the...
Thank you. Miss Lindsay Graham. Ono esema odo tu jane se untu kofa bema so oba obeti se oba na obeti se bema voice eneba e say
this woman a school the school and parents teacher association, and this has been one of the best presentations I am around. So or say I think the only thing we didn't do right, and it's now a project video no, because it's a video. Or call meeting or do and say or shut idea to say okra. Atadiana color na it's dotted to say I sa boy reference zebra to say okra and hand want to say zebra tiger yeah. And now they atadiana shano okra dua day.
Oh no, wash it.
So and wash atadiana tina to say okra and then tina and then I saw to say okra. Into the first thing I'll say I am a cat. How many of you believe that indeed I am a cat? Put your hands up. School teachers need a board of one school committee for now. And Obi Sam say how many of you believe say or no say opposite say I am a cat? How many of you believe that indeed I am a cat? If you believe I'm a cat, put your hands up. Nobody did. Also, of course, truth prevail over what? Imagination. Truth prevail because when him say a friend Miss Graham.
They will listen.
No more by catch him say me okra to me kasa. No. But under this LGBTQ no, when him say to me kasa we okra. You don't know that? What him kasa we okra, what him kasa we ponko, what him kasa we kramai, we about me bema to me. You can be anything you want. Yeah, you intina plus no intina kwa na ekono. Se queer ne ade no. Intina ekosa no. Intina obisa say how can a bema all of a sudden bitimi aka say me your ba ade a eye biologically impossible. Teachers nkamo kire what we call facts over fiction. But say mu choose fiction over fact. Intin kwada no a mo kire omo ade no. I'm relating it to because no school. No. Are you teaching them no kre? And then or say you are teaching them to learn so they can become anything they want, which is a lie, and you are forcing them to buy into these lies. You are teaching them that truth is non-existent. No kre ni wiase. by telling them say oh your bar you can say say oh your bema betimi aka say oh your bar oh your nipa betimi aka say me ya adwe betimi aka say me ya ponko betimi aka say you choose how you want to be addressed.
Yes.
Kalu, what kind of world? And as I say, one say a drum maybe Bible can say, and if I be free papa say bonne, any afre bonne say papa. So ye Christian ya Bible dia, and I think Quran so be wom minim Quran mo papa. By no one eba no, and no one eba no, and I am so impressed about this woman. Say school mo there, and Kenya baby a be a social experiment. Nya ha na ebe social experiment won kwala so say we or ye bema nso ni or so person or so ba ntiem fra no ba e dey wi ase na ewura mu na America na Europe for mo anya mo ade na mo de mo se yema mo amonyai na yen ko dak ye tie ba bi kom de yen na nyame aboa na etimi nya e banch apese bi a ye ni na yin nyame aye no matter the situation. So and I'm happy with the Kenyan president. He was very straightforward. Or see here the Hano, Kenya constitution, Kenya mra, Kenya laws, Kenya tradition, Kenya culture. They catching any the nimni say or bani bema and a worry. Period.
Quite a man may be pen don't say. Now quite be sad on human rights issue. No, and I say this constitution was just done on.
No, sir, Obisa no na kwani can or say only ni say a yetitiho. Your constitution in 2010, a very progressive one.
And now was celebrated. That human rights that was specifically stated in that constitution.
I say what chapters talk about human rights.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you can say about human rights, not say and defining human rights here. It can mean anything. It can mean also no more can say another can be say human rights. Obi right and you and obi knows unimza. And it makes me like I me ko bokro no because makes me feel say me bokro no mo be ka say be pra obi makes me ekum obi but these things bring diseases. Moses for money and no interview no and then can any interview crowd but unfortunately let me so or lecture or catch him say time no ye we kakra on say na doctor one wadam for bar no friends emeritus man no on no kasa no unso catch him say oh, that is so many be can because when justify the entire about to me a bema biologically internal can say my men wadamfi Graham we know or see truth is much say truth is not existent and facts are not real because if biological facts are real there untumin kasa mo na mo kofa chromosomes XY chromosomes ni ade usu biological na make my raw. Oh, yeah. Oh, XY chromosomes one amokofa bae. It is a biological factor no cre. Na no determine the gender of nipa na afa dia mo be ka say na wo betimi ya wo wi a wa wotumi choose gender. Ewiase be ni. Kalisha. Ewiase be ni ewrami. Enti unso oni omo ye debate na say argument na say mo chirechira adwena. They try to attack you. And that is exactly what the woman did to Moses for money. That is why Moses for money was raging. What you asema okache no? Oh, Moses for money kwa friend dey ono oye me junior. Ewo. Na yesi wo bi your junior ntia na na do nyo bi na kire na de. Joe Biden nyo bi na kire na de. Is he not the president now?
Yeah.
No be your junior was school. Ewo, Ghana Bar Association. So what? Mami when you interview kura media me I personally don't know her what in the ahe.
Oh bataba LBT in buy no. Also kind of for 11 be.
Omo parliament no.
Dem go for 11 be now together with Ampal.
Yeah.
Oh no so no can be.
Na make no so omo parliament.
Yeah.
They went to parliament. But na make say we am what in the but Moses from money who doesn't know the name. The fact that oye junior no intina na da bia me kan wa brabom say enye how far by how well. Junior now the bear mono. I'm happy with the way Moses put her at the rightful place. Junior now the bear mono. And come on, I didn't for you, Junior on Galuja. When the baby can then you attacking the messenger. That is what they do. They attack you to make you look uncredible. There's a onye credible ntini pampo ukasema ni say eden itio because you debate about LGBTQI. You have your point. Inti numerate nature. Moses for money say nyankopon ye bema to oba to sebi yɛmfa waste ɛna ɛmfa hɔ yɛkɔɔ school a